Yeah, I finally get exactly. It'd be like that. We just be spoiled over here, and like we got yeah first world problems over here, yo. That's a fact. That's a fact. Are we live? I think we may be. I think we may be live. Let me go ahead and share the stream real quick. Real quick. Um, mm, mm, mm. They said they can't hear you. All right, let's see if we could fix that. Um, Give it a mic check real quick, J-Main.
Mic check, mic check. Yo, let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Seems to be working. Today, J-Main wasn't late. I was late. I was late, man. So pretty much I was playing a game of Monopoly. We be shooting dice in the Discord. I was playing a little match of Monopoly with Tony, and I was whooping this boy ass. I was whooping this boy ass, but I can't even lie. I threw the match because of the pod, bro. I threw the match because of the pod. I'm like, you know what? I gotta get out of here, bro. Let's let Tony get a dub. So
that sound good. That sound good. Until somebody come in the chat like this nigga lying.
That's fact. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. I know you're gonna watch this a little bit later. But we back, man. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day today. We're gonna do a quick mic check. Make sure everybody's loud and clear. Can y'all hear us nicely before we proceed?
Mic check. Mic check. Please let me know if I'm too low, too loud.
Yes, sir. Yes,
all that
sir.
Good stuff.
So we back with another episode. Good game. I almost said Press Our Podcast. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
It's because we was just talking about the PSP.
Yeah. I almost said Press Our Podcast. I ain't gonna hold you. We back with another episode of Good Gaming. This is episode 15. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week. The weather is extremely shit, J-Main, over here.
Yeah, we about to get a little snowstorm tomorrow.
Yep.
But I'm working from home for the next 2 days, so I'm good lucky. Money. I ain't leaving the house,
bro. So it's tough.
Jeez. It's tough. We gonna pray for you, dog. We gonna pray for you.
Yes, sir. If you've been following with the everything that's going on in pop culture and hip hop culture lately, before we get into some of these gaming topics, the Megan Thee Stallion trial, Gunna wanna snitched. Holy!
I'm trying to figure out because Gunna came out with a statement like, "Yo, I didn't cooperate. I didn't give up nothing." He must have forgot them cameras was rolling in that courtroom when he was out there, yes, ma'am, and his ass up to all them questions.
Yeah, man said he was pushing please. Holy, I was dying, bro.
He wanted to get out that motherfucker. Yes, ma'am. Is YSL again? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, they on his ass right now. Yeah, they on his ass right now.
They was in there touching his booty hole. He was like, "Me the fuck out of here."
That whole Megan trial too is on some shit, bro. That story is all over the place, bro. I think that shit's gonna get thrown out, bro.
I think it's gonna be a mistrial. The crazy thing is, I don't deny I think she got shot. The thing is, I don't think they're gonna be able to prove that Tory was the one that pulled the trigger. It's not enough conclusive evidence based on what I'm seeing. And it's gonna be so much shit when they start doing cross-examination that's gonna put so much doubt in the juror's head because they was doing a lot of talking after the shit happened. Live streams, tweets, all that other shit. I don't know if they could use all that in court, but if they can, they're gonna have to have some concrete evidence.
They're gonna dash it out, bro. That's what's gonna happen. Dash it out.
And the chick, real quick, the friend Kelsey, Tori's lawyer is actually saying she was the one that shot her, that shot Meg. It was the friend that did it. And when they asking her about the situation, she's not even trying to. She's saying like she don't even know what happened. She's not even trying to flip the script and put it on Tory. And they the ones they saying it's her. Like I'm like, yo,
honestly,
this is bad.
J-Main, after all the evidence, since after we hear all the stories from Kelsey, Meg, the rumors all together, my final conclusion is I really do believe it was some sort of tussle for the gun. The shit fired off. Empty. The clip was empty too, right? So the shit fired off like crazy. Meg somehow got hit with some ricochet. I think Kelsey has something to do with the shooting, whether Tory was trying to stop it. That's why they both have gun residue on it. Makes sense to me. And she's obviously pleading the fifth. She got immunity, so she's pretty much covering her ass. But she's still not gonna say I did it because she probably don't want the narrative, the news outlets, the blogs to be like, yo, you shot Megan. So obviously she's gonna still deny it. So, but I'm thinking it was some sort of tussle for the gun, and we're finding out more of the story that Megan was grimy. She was, sleeping around with Tori with behind her friend's back.
That whole shit was
that's motive right there.
Fronts.
That's motive right there, bro. So I'm really thinking it was a mistake, and it probably wasn't supposed to go this far, but it just came this far. That's what I'm thinking.
Right. Yeah. And where the fuck is the driver?
Where the fuck that guy's in Africa, bro. I heard he in Africa, bro. He out of there, bro.
They paid him and told him to get low. Get low. Don't say shit. No, he out of there. All right. Yeah. This pop culture is crazy right now, man.
Yeah. A lot of shit's happening in the hip hop shit. But what you been playing, sir?
Well, I feel like I've been playing a lot, to be honest. Not this week, because I haven't. I've been busy this week. I've been working both jobs and shit like that, so I haven't played much this week. But last week, like after we did the Game Awards and shit, but I'm heavy back on that Battlefield.
Okay, how's it?
It's actually, if somebody wanted to go out and purchase Battlefield today, I would say it's worth the purchase. That's what I would say. It's what the game should have been at launch. And I think they're heading in the right direction as far as the future content. So if you want like that not premium, I would say that core Battlefield experience, I think you can get it from that game today. Other than that, I was playing the Forspoken demo.
Let's get into that. Give us your breakdown, man, because I never got to play it. I know I said I was gonna play it when we were doing the Game Awards, but I never got around to doing it. So please give us your impressions and your breakdown. We got to hear this.
Absolutely. So, Forspoken, this is a game that, I've been looking forward to. Since reveal, to be honest. I thought like right off the reveal, it looked like it was a beautiful game visually. And then the more they showed, we start to see like, the traversal is actually kind of nice, like just getting around the map. And then they started showing us more about the characters, and then we was like, hold up. Yeah. The character dialogue, how the voice acting is kind of spooky. So I was glad that they actually dropped the demo, because it was, it was some questions that we had about this game. And I feel like a lot of them got answered in this demo. Like, for one, I do want to give them credit. This was a complete demo. Like, it felt like one of them classic demos that was packed with enough content for you to get the feel of the actual game. Like, they had a whole bunch of missions in it, and it was more like side missions, not really any of the main story shit. More like side missions, but you got to customize your character, you got to upgrade your abilities, you got to use the whole suite of abilities. And I want to say, as far as the combat goes, while it takes a little bit to get used to, once you do get the hang of it, I think the combat is actually nice. Like, I really like it. It kind of even gives me like Infamous vibes when I'm playing it a little bit. Not as, how can I say this? Not as responsive as Infamous. I feel like Infamous is a little bit more responsive. This has a little bit of clunkiness to it. But when you do get the feel of it, it starts to feel a little bit better. But the powers are nice. To be honest, it almost has too many powers. Like, I be getting overwhelmed at the amount of shit that you can use. So probably they just gave you everything at once, and maybe in the real game you have to unlock and get everything over time.
As for changing the powers, I just have a quick question. Is it some sort of like kind of like a magic wheel that you could just pick what magic you want to use?
Yeah.
That's
so
how it is.
Yeah, and the demo, she has two types of powers. Like two types of magic styles that she could use. It's more like a fire-based one, and then there's more like more like a earth-based, I would say, magic that she has the style. So you use like the D, I think it's the D-pad that you use to switch between the two, and then when you're in each one, you pull up the magic
different
wheel
spell.
And you can pick. Yep, hold L1 for one, like the power ones, and then the R1 is more for like the quick action ones. So and then they each have like cooldown depending on which power you use and shit like that. So,
got another question for you as well.
Yeah,
I've been going around seeing people saying the game looked like a PS3 game type of shit. The game looking spooky, 720p. What's going on with that, bro? Give us your impressions on the visuals of Forspoken, because when they initially showed the game, it looked great, right? To a lot of us, we're like, yo, this tech demo or whatever, this Project Athens, I think at the time that's or Athena or something like that, what it was called.
Yeah.
We're like,
the Project Athena or some shit
I think
like that.
Yeah, some shit like that. But we all saw, yo, this shit is beautiful, right? Like, yo, look at the graphics. I'm seeing a lot of people say that the game got a lot of artistic changes. We don't use the D word anymore, but the game got a lot of artistic changes. Can you confirm if that is true, bro?
Yeah, so I played the demo in performance mode because I refuse to play any game on my PS5 below 60 FPS. Even though this demo had a lot of performance issues, but visually in performance mode, yeah, they're not lying. The game looks blurry as hell in performance mode, and it takes a huge hit in fidelity when you're playing this game in performance mode. And I'm confused. Like, I'm not confused because I don't want to be too harsh on a demo. Like I tell people, like, we can't be too harsh. Like, we could raise our concerns about the demo in terms of visuals and resolution, but you can't make any conclusions because it's probably an earlier build that they, took out so that they can polish it up to make a demo out of it. But if this is how the game is going to look at launch, I'm highly disappointed. I feel like Infamous from PS4 looked better than this, playing it. And even when Infamous got the upgrade for PS4 Pro and then the PS5 and shit like that, it looked better than this. So it definitely is spooky on the visual aspect. And I'm just hoping and praying that they can get it right.
It might be, bro,
for the final game.
We've seen changes in other games from the demo to the final product. For example, I remember it was a big deal at the time. It was Gears of War 4 when they did a multiplayer beta or demo and whatever. A lot of people were shitting on the game when it comes to the visuals. People were saying it looked ugly, looked terrible. 2.2s when the final version came out, the shit was beautiful. You know what I mean? At the time, right? So, like you said, I guess we got to give it a little bit of grace since it is a playable demo. And I think, honestly, this is the right move that they did. Forspoken is a game that I wasn't completely 100% sold on, right? And I still have yet to play the demo to see what's up. But I think this is what a lot of people needed to see if they were going to buy this game or not. And even though I seen the reception is... Overall, when I asked the question on the timeline, most people said that, after playing this shit, I'm gonna wait on it. Some people said skip. Some people said, I'm gonna wait on it still. I want to check it out on the sale. Versus, I feel like a lot of people were ready to pass on this game immediately. So at least it gave some people some sort of impression. That's like the thing with a demo. It could be like a double-edged sword. Like, if you present something incredible, sell a lot more copies of your game. People will jump on when the game comes out. If it's unimpressive... or it's not something that like people are pressed to play, then that demo might have honestly made people just wait to get the game later or not play it at all. So it's a double-edged sword, and I understand why developers these days don't want to take that risk. I mean, they don't want to take it, but even though I think it's more consumer friendly doing it though, it's way more consumer friendly doing this way though.
I was shocked that they even did a demo, especially based on what you just said, and because I feel like the public reception for this game hasn't been glowing. Like, I think a lot of it was like a whole meme about the dialogue of the game and how the way the character talks and interacts with the NPC AI partner that you have. The cuff is what they call it in the game. And let me be honest, the dialogue in this game is fucking trash. Like,
I heard it's cringy.
It is garbage, bro. Like, it's so bad. Like, they give you the option to turn down how much the banter is between the two. I turned that shit all the way down. Like, I don't want to hear them talk unless there's something important regarding what I'm doing in the game, because the dialogue is absolutely
I got a question.
Trash.
Is there Japanese voiceovers? Because that could save the day. That could literally save the day.
I don't know. I don't know
if you played some RPG. Sometimes the voice acting in general will be some cringy shit. But when you play that shit in Japanese, since you don't understand that shit and you're reading the subtitles, it's not as bad. It really isn't as bad. No, that's a fact. Real ones know. Real ones know. When the voice acting is trash and the dialogue is cringy, and it's like a Japanese style game, switch it to Japanese voice actor. I'm telling you, it actually solves it, and just read the subtitles, bro. Sometimes that shit is way better, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Real ones know.
I never even thought about trying that out, but I still got the demo downloaded. Like, I did everything that the demo had to offer. Like all the missions, all the side stuff. One last thing that I'm gonna say before we can move on is they did a terrible job in the demo explaining the grapple hook. I knew it was in the game. I just didn't know it was part of the demo because they never teach you how to use it. I accidentally came across how to use it, and it completely changes the traversal in the game. Not only areas that you can access, but just the flow of everything when you're trying to climb up mountains or get to a high reaching place. Like, some places you can't even reach without the grapple hook. So the fact that they didn't explain that to me in the demo, I thought was an L, and but I'm glad I did figure it out because that shit is fire.
Yeah.
Traversal is probably the best thing about the game.
And if I do purchase this game, it won't be on consoles anyways. I'll play it on PC. It looks like one of those games that I do want to try in general, but just maybe not for that full price that y'all asking for. I might want to get this on a little 40, 30 piece, you know?
Yeah, like if I had to give like a score on what I think, based on the demo and what I think maybe the full game will get, I could see it in like the high 70s, maybe low 80s, maybe like the low 80s. I don't expect this game to like be game of the year contender. Just a nice solid game to run through, maybe, especially if you're a fan of like, the RPG, Final Fantasy, especially the newer Final Fantasy game style of game. But nothing major. It's not gonna knock nobody's socks off. It ain't gonna be no. I was shocked though how many people it said pre-ordered on my friends list. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but that shit was like damn near 100 people pre-ordered the game after the demo came out. And I looked at other games. I think I even made a tweet. Like Dead Space for my friends list only had like 4 or 5 people. Resident Evil had like 2 people, and Hogwarts had like 5 people. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, is this game like gonna be a big seller?
It might be the actor, man. Might be.
She pretty as hell too, but her voice acting is trash. she garbage.
Yo, chat. What do you guys think Forspoken is gonna score on Metacritic? Give us your predictions. We're actually really curious in seeing this. J-Main, while they do that, what else have you been playing? Because I think I seen you stream a little game. A certain game, man.
Damn, I damn near forgot about that shit. I wish I did. So I've been also playing the Callisto Protocol. So another game that I was looking forward to playing, of course, based on who was involved. My guy Glenn Schofield, who was heavily involved in the original Dead Space and things of that nature. So this was a game that I was looking forward to. I think I came on the podcast talking about how the audio side podcast that they released had me excited for the story, things like that. So I did stream it for a couple hours, and this game is mid as hell. Callisto Protocol is a mid-ass game, and I hope this is it. I hope it's one and done for them boys. They need to they need to I think it was last podcast or before the Game Awards, we were speculating about Sony picking them up. Sony need to stay far and away. Don't touch these motherfuckers with a 10-foot pole. Ain't no fucking way they need to get on board with these guys. No, they don't have it. They don't have it.
All right, so break it down for me. It's mid as hell. What aren't you liking about the game? What's air out your grievances pretty much? Like, what are the things that are bothering you about it?
So one of my biggest complaints about this game is that goddamn dodge. I love a dodge system in a game. I think games like Last of Us done a fantastic job. Even a great parry system in the game like Sekiro. When you finally master that, it feels like fucking bliss. When you get that down. This game, I think a simple tweak could have made this dodge system so much better if they fucking took it off of the left stick. That is a horrible button to have a dodge system on, because what it does is it locks you in place when you're trying to dodge, because you can't hold the stick left or right and move forward and back at the same time if you're trying to dodge. The fact that they put it on that stick makes it horrible. And then they're throwing enemies at you, right? The camera angle, we already talked about the FOV in that game being bad. If they had an FOV option, it would be so much better, because especially when you're playing on harder difficulties, they sometimes have 2 or 3 enemies coming at you at the same time. And you're trying to dodge one, but you can't move because if you're holding the dodge one way and another one's coming from a different angle, you can't dodge him. He's automatically going to hit you. And then the animations on top of that are already wacky. Sometimes I get put into the death animation and I don't even know how it happened. Like it's like I thought I was clear, and out of nowhere I'm just put into the death animation. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the animations in this game, but it doesn't add to any benefit to that dodge system. So that's one. I don't like the dodge system in this game. 2, the level design in this game is like 2009 called. They said they want their fucking game back. Like, swear to God, I spent like 20 minutes straight squeezing through areas in this game, like they was trying to load in the next level. And this game is a linear game, so understand like what the fuck is all of these small, tight squeezing things that are going on in this game? I understand it's a horror game, it's linear, but they overdid the squeeze through sections in this game. It's climbing bad.
Through the vents.
The vents or squeezing through like walls and shit like that.
I think that's good criticism.
It's too many of them. So that just fucked up the pacing for me. And then lastly, I think just the enemies as overall are basic. They're pretty basic. I feel like they a lot of their the way they come at you or the way they attack,
very predictable.
It's very similar across the board.
Yeah,
I'm not having a hard, like, I don't think the game is hard or like that. I'm struggling because it's a hard game.
Man, on that live stream, it looked like you need to dial it down to easy a little bit. I don't know, man. After watching you play, I feel like you have to dial it down to easy a little bit. But I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself. Continue.
I was just trying to learn. The dodge system right there. That was some bullshit. But like, the game is mad generous. Like, they give you mad ammo, they give you mad health.
They do.
And then once you get the force field ability, it's like it's cake. It's cake. So I wasn't really having a trouble. It just, it just got boring with the enemy types that I had. And I'm about halfway through the game. I'm gonna see it through.
It's not long.
I'm gonna see it
it's
through.
Not long. You could beat it in 8 hours. I think I finished it in like 9 hours.
Right. I'm gonna see it through. I think I like the characters in the story so far. And I like the atmosphere and I like the sound design. So I'm gonna see it through. I'm not gonna drop it. I'm gonna see it through. But so far, it's a mid of an experience.
So pretty much your criticisms that you laid, I actually agree with a lot of them. I think even I said it in my review as well. That I don't know if you ended up watching it, but I do feel like
no, I didn't want no spoilers.
Yeah, you didn't want no spoilers
in there.
But I did say in my review, yeah, I think they could avoid a lot of the clunkiness if they actually separated the dodge button from the stick. But with that being said,
you did say that in your review.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said that in my review. With that being said, I do feel that once you get the flow of the game, like, it works. I don't really agree with this narrative that is like unplayable. Like, I think it works. I've noticed in this game, I don't know if you pre'd it, but usually one enemy attacks you. It's almost like a RPG turn-based type of shit. Usually one enemy attacks you at a time, even if one's in the area. I've experienced it so much. For the most part, yes. Bro. For the most part, if you're dodging, it's one and the dude falls back. Usually.
What difficulty are you playing on?
I beat it on maximum security. You can check my shit. I beat it on maximum security. That was the
first difficulty you played on?
Yeah. I beat it on maximum security.
Because I can't agree with that, dog.
I literally have a whole 2-hour live stream of me playing this shit, too. On the maximum security, too. Over 2 hours of me playing this shit.
I had to check, because you know how you get down when ain't no
trophies. How do I get down? How do I get down? How do I get down, J-Man? How do I get down? How do I get down?
You putting this shit on story mode.
Oh,
the shit that the journalists play on.
See, look at the narrative. A boy played God of War on Give Me Challenge, and look at the narrative that these guys are running with. I'll put on story mode.
Give me story.
Oh my God.
The description said I'm here for the story.
J-Man. Hey, you don't want to go there. We seen your ass getting clapped on that live stream, so we ain't gotta hear none of that shit. We seen your ass getting clapped on that live stream. You didn't know what the difference between left and right. You didn't know what you was doing, first of all. So let's get back.
That's because that weak ass dodge system. When they talk
the
about
dodge system, yes, it would be. It definitely would be more intuitive if they separated it. But the shit works. The shit actually does.
That's terrible.
Work.
That's a terrible
it does work.
System, bro.
And I just always felt like every time I watch dudes play, I'm like, yo, bro, y'all not really be adapting to the situation. By far, this game is not perfect, and I think a lot of mechanics definitely need to be improved. Like I said in my review, I think the game speed is a little too slow. The fact that it doesn't have a quick turnaround like a Resident Evil, like that quick, I think that's an L. The game's your player speed needs to be increased because yes, Jamie, when you do get into situations and you need to create distance from enemies, they still catch you with some weird swings from the back while you're running away. And on top of that, like I said, there's no quick turn. So it's those are needed improvements for a sequel, which, Jamin, I would love to. You said they're done. I would love to see a sequel to this game, by the way. I would love to see it because I think they could take it somewhere. You know what I mean? On
They
top of
didn't
that,
take this nowhere. Where they take it?
Nah. On top of that, the field of view. I totally agree. I think a lot of camera issues would be solved if they actually just push this shit back. It's a little too close. But I might say, bro, I was playing that joint like a fighting game at some point. Boom, head. Use a GRP, pull him back, snuff him. It came to a point I was having a good time. I'm like, how y'all playing this game, right? I'm watching y'all play this game so sus. I'm playing this shit like it's Tekken or some shit, bro. Like, what y'all doing over here, bro? So,
like
I said,
once you learn the system, like, yeah, you
could take advantage of this shit so bad.
You stringing shit together, but like, I almost felt like it's like, how can I explain it? When I almost gave the game too much credit when I first played it because I thought it was an intuitive fucking design for a dodge system when it's the most simplistic shit ever.
It's simple.
And I'm just like, damn, I thought maybe they would have some like timing, like when you dodge, there's
there's there's actually no time into it. If you premeditate your stick, if you're already holding it and he's attacking, you're good. Right, yeah, exactly.
And no time. And that'd be my problem because
I think that might be somewhere having issues.
I've been thinking I have to wait till they, I see them swing.
Then you do it. Then you make a mistake.
But then it's too late. It's too late.
Exactly.
And that's what I mean by I'm giving them too much credit for their dodge system. It's like, damn, you want me to already be holding the shit before they even attack?
I think, J-Main, I think that's why a lot of people are probably having trouble. I think intuition is like, as soon as I see the swing, I hit the joystick. No, but you have to have it kind of locked in, like you're doing Chun-Li's kick. You know what I mean? Like you have to have it locked in already. You have to have it hold.
Cheesy shit,
right?
Dog.
Then for the second one, then you go to the opposite direction for the second swing. You know what I mean? And shit like that, right? So that's how much the dodging mechanic works. And these enemies, J-Main, in the beginning of the game, they might swing once, pause. They're open for a hit. They might swing twice, though. 1, 2, pause. Then they swing it. Later on in the game, then they add 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. Then, that's the most. I feel like if you just sit there and you watch it, like you actually just pay attention, you're not button mashing. Like I've seen a lot of people button mash the game because they're swinging where they're not supposed to be swinging. That's why they're getting hit while swinging. If people just calm down and just chill for a second, you won't be getting hit so much. I played this whole live stream, bro. I did a 2 hour and a half live stream. Nigga, I only died 6 times or 5 times on some, and one of them was on some bullshit. Like I was running through that shit, bro. I got to 50, 45% of the game. 2 hour live stream on the maximum security. It wasn't that difficult. So I was actually trying to figure out why are people ain't adapting to this? Because there's a lot of things that you could get away with this game. Like the way that the game is, you could throw niggas off the map too. Yeah, I just throw people off the map.
My favorite thing to do.
Instant kill.
I love doing that shit. That's
like you said. I think for me, the criticisms was for that, like the controls definitely need to improve. I'm not going to stand here and say this is some god tier controls. I played better controlling games. But I think that they definitely can improve this shit. And I would love to see a second attempt at this. The visuals, top tier. You playing on that bummy PlayStation 5. I'm playing on the masterful.
The game looks good. Even on the PS5, I think the game looks good.
On PC.
I think the game still looks good.
Day one was unacceptable. I said that in my review too. I didn't give no cap. Day one is unacceptable. What happened day one? Because day one, the shit was broken on PC.
Oh yeah, on PC. Yeah,
PC was broken.
You're right.
I think they did a quick fix in like 24 hours. Then it became playable. You know what I mean? Because that shit was fucking broken on PC, which is unacceptable. Yeah. Definitely giving. So
real quick, do you feel like they succeeded at being a spiritual successor to Dead Space?
I think they did, and also introducing a new style. This wasn't a copy and paste game, which I kind of appreciate that. I do like the emphasis in melee combat. With the next one, I would like to see them add even more features when it comes to that. Maybe grabbing enemies and all sorts of different types of shit if they're gonna go for a more melee based system. You know what I mean? Like I really think the groundwork here is actually really good. This game ain't no 9 out of 10. To me, this game, if I had to give this game a score, it's like a 7.5. I enjoyed my experience, and it didn't really overstay its welcome to me personally. This shit wasn't even that long, I would like to see. I was shocked that I was
already halfway done by the time I looked up how far I was. So
the game's not that.
It's not long.
I feel like it don't overstay its welcome. But personally, I enjoyed the game. I thought it was cool. I even said in my review, I don't even recommend this as a really day one. I definitely think people should check it out on the sale price though, for sure, bro. I think people should, if you're into these type of sci-fi horror games, I definitely think you should try it out on the sale price. And that's what I said. But it seems like a lot of people not fucking with it. at all.
Oh,
A lot of people, at least on the timeline. At least that's, I think that's on the timeline. A lot of
people in our community might not, but I feel
bro,
like
it's only me and RGT. Obviously, no one else compliment this shit besides me and RGT.
But I feel like the people that had criticism for it got met with a lot of like backlash saying, no, the game is great, or they love the game, or people just trash at the combat and shit like that.
You know what? I think this is going, it's kind of polarizing. I go in two ways. I think I agree with that. And I also think it's two-way street for this too. There's this group of people that it's the worst thing on earth. And I don't believe that. I think that's just a straight up lie. This game's the worst thing on earth. It's not one of the worst games. It's not. No. That's a lot of people running with that. A lot of people are running with that shit.
Mid get a bad term, but mid is literally an average, like middle tier type of game. That's what I mean by when I say mid. It's like it's just okay.
Yeah, It's not breaking any grounds or anything like that. At least when it comes to the gameplay department, it comes to the visual. I think the visuals are and the atmosphere is fantastic.
Yeah, it is, and the sound too. I think that shit
is definitely beautiful. So there's a side of people that are just going too crazy on it. And yeah, I do see the eaters on this. This game is not perfect, and there's a couple of people acting like this game is like perfect too. You know what I mean? And I think when you go to a place like the internet, Twitter and stuff like that, we always met with people with super strong opinions. It's just like some politics shit. We got the heavy right, the heavy left. You know what I mean? The right, the left. That's it. And Nick Mans go hard for it.
Shout out to J Bar.
But Callisto Protocol, man, check it out on the sale. I think it's worth checking out on the sale, man. Check out my review I did for it too, man. I put a lot of work.
Absolutely. Check it out, plug. It's on the channel. Y'all make sure y'all check out Kofi's review. He top tier with the production. He does his thing. Man, check that shit out. What else you been playing though, dog?
I've been playing a classic, a game that I haven't played in years.
Yeah,
recently came out. Crisis Core.
Yes, a PSP classic right there.
PSP classic. The funny thing is, this game has to be over a decade old. Yeah, PSP. So I played this when I was a youth, bro. And if I'm being quite honest, I don't remember much about it, J-Main. I remember like story bits and pieces, but I don't remember about it too tough. So I've been playing this game on PC. Sad to say it doesn't have ultra-wide support, but typical Japanese games, I swear these Japanese developers hate ultra-wide support.
Yeah, so the game don't have no ultra-wide support. That Elden Ring didn't have ultra-wide.
I'm telling you, Japanese developers don't fuck with ultra-wide support for some reason. These, I don't know, From Software don't fuck with it.
You know the motto over there in Japan, the smaller the better.
Yeah, and I'm giving whoa.
Wait, pause.
All the way,
they like mobile gaming and handheld shit, so
the smaller the better. Hold up. Yeah, but I've been playing Final Fantasy Crisis Core, and J-Main, I knew this game was heat when I played it, and I remember it being heat. I always had positive memories about it. But I don't remember it being this heat, though. This shit is so fun. They must have fixed something about it, because this combat is so fluid, bro. It's so fluid. It's nice, bro. They got to done something to it. Is it more like
it's action-based, right?
It's all, I think it was always action. Right. The Crisis Core wasn't turn-based from what I remember. It wasn't turn-based.
No, it was always and that's action. What I loved about it, because I wasn't really a big Final Fantasy turn-based fan. So when I found out that this was action-based on the PSP, I was like, oh, this is going to be like Kingdom Hearts. I'm in there. So that's why I originally picked it up when I played it on PSP. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm playing this joint, and I'm thinking back, damn, this game is fluid. They got to switch something up, because I don't remember it being this nice like this. So I'm really enjoying my playthrough of Final Fantasy Crisis Core. They redid pretty much everything when it comes to the visuals department. It got a big boost. As for story elements, I didn't really go over to say if they switch anything up. I think it might be a one-to-one type of port, but maybe I might be right or wrong. But I know they did some sort of quality of life improvements to it. I think that's been confirmed to making the combat feel better and stuff like that. And yeah, man, I put about 3 hours into the game on PC. Really nice. I've been playing it also on the Steam Deck cloud save, so I've been going back and forth between.
I was about to ask how is the Steam Deck experience?
Steam Deck version is good. Steam Deck version is good. The only time I get some sort of I'm playing it pretty much max out, 60 FPS on the Steam Deck. The only time I get frame rate drops is during cutscenes where it will drop down to 55 frames per second. Something like that.
That's
but usually during the gameplay sections is all 60 FPS, and been enjoying it, man. The game is really fun. Really fun game, man.
I got it. I got it on PS5. I'm gonna definitely check that out when I get time.
See, if you didn't have that bum ass GPU, you wouldn't be buying all these games on PS5. You'd be buying this shit on PC. That's why.
And make sure y'all donate to the J-Main GPU fund right there on my Cash App, $, J-Main 518. But yeah, we going 2023, brother. We
need to get you. We need to get you a new graphics card. We definitely need.
we reaching new heights because I can't take this shit no more, dog. I'm trying to run high on life on my 2070. This shit stuttering worse than fucking fucking Herschel Walker out this motherfucker. Like this shit is bad.
Crazy. That's crazy. Speaking on High on Life, I've been playing that too, bro. You give it a chance?
I did. I tried to at least.
And you said your PC was kind of running it poorly.
It was stuttering. Yeah, like the frame rate wasn't bad. I was playing at 1440p on my 2070, getting anywhere from like 70 to 80 frames, but it would just stutter at random times, and that shit was bothering me. Like I don't like playing games like that. Even when I dropped it to 1080p, don't you have a Series,
or you got rid of it?
The Series X.
Yeah, don't you have one?
Yeah, I got rid of it.
I got rid of it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm just anything else. I'm just gonna upgrade my PC. So.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just I feel like this shit should at least run decent. I don't know. And they said it was a patch for the stuttering, so I don't know if it either dropped yet or maybe I didn't update it yet. But I'm gonna check it out again and see if maybe the update will help me fix it. But I want to play it more. Like I found myself even like laughing during playing this game. Like the combat with the gunplay and stuff like that is pretty basic. Yeah. For the most part, the story is goofy, but it has a lot of humor to it.
Yeah, it's a game that is not trying to be obviously trying to be on some serious type of shit, right? I'm on my third bounty right now in High on Life. I got the knife. I got Gus, who's being played by JB Smooth. I don't know if anyone knows JB Smooth.
Oh yeah, JB Smooth. Legend.
He's the voice actor of the Gus gun, and I got pretty much 3 of the talking weapons right now, and. Like J-Main said, and I've been, talking about this on Twitter as well. The best way I can describe High on Life's gunplay is it feels like a RPG shooter in terms of its combat. It's extremely stiff in the sense like it could be more fluid. I don't know. Just moving around feels like I'm playing like a Fallout game. It feels like I'm playing like the Outer Worlds or something like that. Like that's how the combat
RPG.
Yeah, it feels like an RPG shooter, but it's not an RPG shooter. Obviously, the main catch of the game is its humor. It's by the creators of Rick and Morty, so it's a game about talking guns as well. And I'm actually pretty impressed. The NPCs have a shit ton of fucking dialogue, yo. Oh my god, bro! Like, how much dialogue did they record in this game? They have so much. Like, even when you think they're done talking, mans are still going. Like, they talk. Look, if you're not a fan of hearing a lot of talking in games, then you probably ain't gonna want to hear this shit, because there's a lot of talking. NPCs be talking, but I think that is kind of why this game's is actually unique for what it's offering. The game is funny, but once again, humor is subjective. I'm personally enjoying my time with the game. I'm cracking up at a lot of the jokes that's happening in the game. You could probably play this game and probably think this shit is not funny at all. It's not your type of humor. But for me, per se, the best way I could tell you to recommend this game to you is actually just to watch a slice of gameplay and see if you find any of these jokes funny. If you find these jokes funny, definitely pick it up, because it's definitely the highlight of the experience. The gameplay is serviceable in terms of what you play it. What's cool is you do have like upgrades making the game a little bit more dynamic in the sense. So I got to this point where I got a dash now. I got a jetpack slide now. You can whip around with the sword once you get the dagger knife, right? So
it's like a grapple.
Yeah, grapple. Yeah. So I'm assuming as you progress, you get more character abilities and upgrades, and that may make the gunplay feel a lot more satisfying than it currently is. But yeah, the game is extremely colorful. The jokes are absolutely funny. I'm having a good time with the game so far. It's like a cool little experience, you know. I would call this a palate cleanser. J-Main is one of those type of games I would describe.
That's a good explanation
palate
for it.
Cleanser. It almost feels like, well, it's not no AAA game. It almost feels like like a double A chill type of game, right? When you just got off something like a God of War, playing something like this is kind of cool, you know. I'm enjoying it. Right. I fought 2 bosses already. It seems like the boss fights in this game is probably just gonna be ass. The boss fights in this game is pretty ass. You know what I mean? Yeah. The boss fights in this game ain't ain't too great. But like I said,
I'm
the
not
banter
surprised.
is the best thing about this game, man. The banter,
Yeah,
the comedy.
It's a 50-man team. The writers are, the creators are, and from Rick and Morty and shit like that. So clearly that was going to be their, their selling point of this game is that, it's going to be something that's funny. It's going to get you wanting you to, go through it. Like I'm finding myself, they give you like the dialogue tree where you can like pick what questions to ask, like NPCs and shit like that. Like I'm looking forward to asking them all the fucking questions so I can hear all the dialogue. Like this is a game that has good dialogue versus like a Forspoken where I'm turning the fucking dialogue frequency down because it's horrible dialogue. This game actually has those same options. I don't know if you check the settings, but you can turn down how frequent the banter is. I didn't touch it because I like it. Like I think it's pretty funny. Some of the jokes like they really be having me laughing. And it's dark humor too. Like some of the shit these characters be saying is like, God damn.
yeah. In the second area where you fight the drill guy, I don't know if you ever got that far, probably not. But there's this NPC that follows you around. He talks so fucking much, giving his life story, and it's the wildest shit ever. Like it's actually quite funny, yo. But like some of the shit I be saying is actually quite funny. Like it'd be funny, man. High on life, man. I'm enjoying it. Great game, man.
Yeah. Great game. I see you post some ultra wide shots and stuff like that.
Yes.
How's it running on the 4090? Like
on the 4090, I'm killing it. I have to lock it out. I'm getting like over 200 frames per second, so I have to lock it down to 120. My monitor can't even do like 200 frames, so I'm playing it at like a locked 120 right now, maxed out. The thing I will say about this game though, the artistic direction is I like it, but I expected the textures to be a little bit more like sharper. Like I was kind of a little bit underwhelmed by the quality of the textures, and it feels like the game has like a little bit of a blur to it, even when you're standing still. Like it's a little weird. I don't know if anyone has taken that in, but it feels like the game has a little bit of it has like a little bit of blur to it. It's like there's a level of sharpness that's missing, and I wonder why that's the case. But hey, man, overall, I'm enjoying the game, man. I'm probably gonna finish it up in the next coming days. I don't think it's gonna be a long type of game either. So I'm gonna run through it.
Not a bad slate of games to end the year. Decent.
Yeah, man. All right, we got a super chat donation. Yo, shout out to the 107 people watching the podcast.
Hey, shout out to y'all, man.
Hit the like button. Let's get 100 likes before the live stream is over. I would really appreciate it. All right. We got a super chat from Ruffle Mutt. He says, J-Main, what CPU do you have? I have a 12th gen i7 CPU with a 2060, and I'm able to play tons of games with a high FPS on Ultra. You may need a new CPU. If you're playing with high FPS on a 2060, you definitely playing on 1080p then.
1080p, right?
You ain't playing on no 1440 or 4K, definitely not.
Yeah, I got a 2070, and then my CPU is the AMD 2700X. And I think somebody asked me about my RAM. I only got 16 gigabytes of RAM in my PC. So there you have it.
Well, speaking. Okay, now we're already here. Since you talked about RAM, I saw a lot of people going crazy that Returnal, the recommended the recommended specs for Returnal, you have to have 32 gigabyte of RAM.
Right.
That's what they recommend for Returnal. I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh shit, I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this type of shit."
Yeah, that wasn't the minimum. That was recommended. Right?
That was recommended. Wasn't minimum.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can still obviously play the game, but they recommend you have 32 gigs of RAM, and I'm sitting here back with my 64, like, you know what I mean? Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem.
I definitely need to upgrade my whole shit. Like I already know. Like I already know my whole shit about to get upgraded. Like I even got a new PC. I'm probably gonna even need a new PC case because I bought a new one like a few years ago. But if I'm trying to go with like these 40 series cards, I'm gonna probably need something.
Yeah, you're gonna need something
better.
bigger. You're gonna need something bigger, bro.
Like I need a new motherboard. I need a new everything. So yeah, make sure y'all donate to the fund. Cash App $JMain518 to donate to the PC fund. Or if you got some PC parts to donate, holla at me.
Yes, sir. Hook that boy up. All right. The Game Awards recap. It happened, J-Main. We watched it together on your channel. It was a good time. Overall, we ain't gonna spend too much time. We're not gonna recap every single award too. Just to we don't fly by this shit. But what was your overall thoughts of this year's Game Award? I want to get that out first.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I still feel like it's a little bit too long. I know Jeff Keighley talked about it being shorter, but I think after Christopher Judge got up there and spoke for a whole half an hour, he pushed the show back, and the shit still ended up being like 3 hours long. So if he can figure out some type of way to get this show to like 2 hours, I think it'll be perfect. I think I set my expectations correctly when it comes to the big reveals. This is not E3. This is not a PlayStation showcase. It's not an Xbox showcase. But I thought it had a lot of decent announcements for Jamie, what it was.
I ain't gonna hold you. This has been better than some State of Plays announcements. If we breaking down what been announced, this has definitely been better than some State of Plays, bro. Like, let's keep it 1,000. Maybe it just made us wait too long because obviously between announcing the awards and the reveals and the commercials, but if we're just breaking down the games announced, I would say this is definitely better than some State of Plays that we got. But yeah, man, like you said, they could cut down the time a little bit, but overall, I enjoy watching the Game Awards. It just feels nice, at the end of the year, we just get together, we all watch it together. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a nice feeling just to celebrate the games that were great this year. Shout out to Jeff Keighley, man. I actually like what you're doing out here, man. That's some boss shit.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to pull up next year. Like, I just found out that they were selling tickets to the public. I had no idea. One of my homies from high school actually was there. He got pictures with Christopher Judge, Phil Spencer, fucking Alana Pearson. I'm like, yo, you was there? Like, how the hell did you get invited? And he was like, I bought tickets in November. I'm like, what the? I didn't know. So I'm like, shit, I'm trying to get suited and booted up and pull up to the Game Awards. I might be able to get on stage with my guy next year. Shout out my rabbi Bill Clinton or some shit like that.
Yeah, I was so lost. Yeah, I'm like, yo, what the hell's happening? Like, what is he saying? Like, I remember like we're like doing the live reaction and he came on stage talking. I was talking about something. I'm like, yo, what's this guy even saying, bro? Like, it was just weird, yo. Then later on,
he was like, that dude Joseph Farr. I thought that was like his son or something like that. Like going up there, like maybe like stealth dropping a new game announcement. What the fuck is Robin Gaiman doing up on stage, like talking on the mic and shit?
Not calling him Robin Gaiman. Shout out to Robin Gaiman.
So, but man, I thought it was good, man. Like, get into the.
Yeah, let's.
We want to do the announcements first or the awards?
Let's do the. Actually, let's address how you paid me my $20 first.
Oh my god!
How about that?
How about that? Robbed. Can we talk about how Horizon got robbed?
Can we talk about Horizon got 0 awards? 0, not even 1. Can we talk about that?
They did it again.
Back to back. Come on, bro.
And you know what's crazy is that somebody pointed out, and we're going to probably get to it a little bit later, they announced some new Horizon content. Guess what game comes out right next to that new Horizon content?
Was it Breath of the Wild?
The new fucking Zelda game. What the fuck is wrong with these people at Guerrilla Games? They need to either delay this shit or move it up because they got to get away from any big game possible. You want
to have a real conversation?
It's a cursed franchise. It's a cursed franchise.
No, you want to have a real conversation because one Horizon, the franchise, right, is actually put beside greatness, a great game. It fails in comparison. That's just what it is. It is a great game, sir. That's all it is. Why can't it win no awards then? Why can't it win any awards, Jamie?
It's just not amazing. So when it's put against like these amazing games, then yes, it can't compete.
That's what I'm once again. Horizon is nothing but a glorified Ubisoft game.
But you love Ubisoft games, Kofi.
I only can play one a year, bro. I already know where you're coming at. I only can play one a year, bro. I already played one Ubisoft game this year. I can't play another one, brother. I already played one this year. I can't play another one, J-Man. I gotta play one Ubisoft game a year, bro.
But if this is a glorified Ubisoft game, that should be the one you want to play.
But it came out first. It came out first, though.
I thought Horizon came out first.
Which one came out first?
Oh, I'm about to expose.
Don't be exposed. We're cutting off the podcast.
When did Far Cry 6 come out?
When did Far Cry 6 come out?
It did come out.
Exactly. I was about to cut this live stream off.
2021. So you were supposed to reset your Ubisoft calendar and give Horizon a pass, and you didn't do it. You didn't do it. It's the bullshit that I be talking about. It's all right. I don't want to hear you calling back when the new Horizon expansion comes out and the shit is looking amazing. They doing new things because it's on PS5. I don't want to see you crawling back to the Horizon franchise. Oh, yeah, guys that shit on it. Horizon Zero Bore, Horizon Forbidden Awards. I don't want to hear none of y'all because this new shit about to be the new hotness. And y'all not allowed back into the party. That's it. It's over.
We invited. You know what?
Over.
Bring me back when Aloy gets a personality. Then call me, all right? Call me when Aloy gets a personality. Then call me back, all right?
I can't argue that. I can't. I still can't believe she was nominated for voice acting performance. Let's get into this goddamn. Let's get into it, man.
Let's talk about some of these awards. Okay. Let's skip the boring stuff. Okay, most anticipated game went to Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
No surprise there.
No surprise. We all called that one. Content Creator of the Year. Tony must have been happy as hell. Rebellion lost and Ludwig won. The funny thing is, I don't know none of these people, but like Rebellion anyway. So
yeah.
Best multiplayer game of the year.
Win that shit.
Best multiplayer of the game was Splatoon 3.
Okay.
Best sim strategy was Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Okay.
Best sports racing was Gran Turismo 7.
I was shocked about that. I was shocked about that too. I think the game reviewed well, but based on like the
community seemed to like, especially at launch, people were complaining about
the economy.
Like the economy was kind of jacked in the game, so I'm surprised about that.
So maybe
best family game was Kirby.
Yeah,
best fighting game was Multiverses.
Thank God Sifu didn't win that award. That would have been some bullshit if Sifu.
You know what? Sifu got no awards too.
Damn.
And I was disappointed. That's the only thing that made me disappointed, bro. Sifu is great, man.
I could be petty because Horizon didn't get awards either, but Sifu absolutely deserved to win something at this award show.
Yeah, they deserved
that was a great fucking game, and they supported that shit, and they still supporting it throughout the year too.
Yeah, that was great, bro. Best RPG, Elden Ring, of course.
Easily.
Best action/adventure game was God of War Ragnarok.
Yep.
Best action game was Bayonetta 3. Disrespectful. They should have gave it to Sifu, bro.
I could have seen Sifu winning that. I thought Sifu was gonna win that.
Bro. They should have given it to Sifu. Innovation and accessibility. God of War Ragnarok.
I thought Last of Us was gonna get that. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm surprised too. God of War cleaned up. God of War cleaned up.
They did a lot with Last of Us, especially Last of Us Part 2 as well.
Mm-hmm. Best debut indie game was Stray. Best indie game was Stray. Okay, you know, Stray got too much awards. Let's just keep it real. That game is not that good. Like, y'all talking about Callisto this, Callisto that. Stray is not that good. Like, y'all need to, like, stop the cap, bro. Stop the cap. Stray is not that good. It's really not.
Once you've seen Stray nominated for Game of the Year, you could pretty much lock it in for winning every other category.
The indie categories. Yeah, pretty much. But games for impact. Xbox Game Studio walked away with one. As Dusk Falls. Best performance. Christopher Judge in his long ass speech.
Did you see his Twitter post?
Yeah, he said he was trying to give away Steam Decks or some shit like that. I think he was trolling.
No, the dude said he wasn't done. He said,
I see that one too. They said they cut him off. Yo, you see they started playing music in mid-speech? They started playing music mid-speech. That's crazy.
That was like the first time I think I ever seen that at the Game Awards. But the fact that he got up on Twitter and said, yo, he wasn't done. They have the whole speech uploaded on the Game Awards channel. The shit is 9 minutes long. How much longer did he want to be up there for?
Cut it out, bro. Just say you did a good, thank you this, thank your mom, thank your wife, thank your kids, and just move on, bro. Like,
and that was the thing, because he said he wasn't done. He wanted to thank his wife. Bro, that should have been one of the first people you thanked. His ass got cursed out.
You know why? If he didn't pause for like 100 times during the speech, maybe he would have got through the bitch, bro. Like, holy. Man, pause like every 5 seconds. I want to thank the crowd for watching. Looks at his award.
Because without the crowd.
I want to thank, by the way, I have a life story. Real quick, my brother did. Like, yo, bro, like, wrap it up, bro. Like, what's going on here, bro? Wrap it up. We're here watching this, like, goddamn, bro.
And talking about his brother, how his brother was selling ass on the corner. Now he a
like,
lawyer.
bro, like what's going on here, bro?
We don't give a
Jesus Christ, bro.
We
Get off the
don't care.
stage. Shout out to my brother though, Christopher Judge, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to that guy, man. Damn, but you was up there for too damn long. Like we did not give a fuck about all of that bullshit.
Best art direction was Elden Ring, which J Main screamed. He was very disappointed that Horizon Forbidden West didn't win.
Yeah.
And I was ecstatic. I
Shout
thought it deserved it.
You thought it deserved it. I bet
It
you
deserved
did.
it. It deserved
I bet you did. You thought that muddy ass game deserved best art design. Because I love how people left the whole technical achievement aspect out of art direction. But you know what I'm saying, and that don't just go for graphics too. That goes for design and animation. And when you come to animation, I don't think anybody is topping Guerrilla Games on how they
Animation.
Let me finish. How Guerrilla Games animates and designs each machine in that game. Over 40 machines in that game that animate and are designed differently and uniquely in how they behave.
Cut it out. Sifu has cleaner animations.
You see them
Sifu moves? That shit animations was
combat-wise, but
smooth as shit, bro.
Enemy-wise, machine-wise, nobody is topping Guerrilla Games when it comes
Oh,
to
J-Man, stop the cap. All they do is walk left, walk right, dig underground. Come on, animations, bro. Stop the cap. They ain't doing. You act like they're doing some intuitive shit. They ain't doing no intuitive shit.
You're not even doing the information. That's how I know you don't know. You're not even doing the information on the design that they got. With
Cut it out, bro.
With the machines and fucking Horizon Forbidden West. Bro, we talking flying machines, ground machines, water machines, underwater machines, bro. Are you serious?
What does that have to do with animations, though? You saying character animations?
Design and animation, yes. The machines animate, bro. They all animate uniquely. Come on, man. Give them their credit. They deserved it. They deserved it.
Horizon gets no credit. Bullshit. 0 awards having ass gets no credit.
They needed to give Elden Ring this award to justify what they did at the end of the show, but you know what I mean? Wake that up. Wake that up. Shit was looking tight.
Hey man, hey PlayStation Canada, if you watching it though, go ahead and send me that DLC early though. You know what I mean? I got your review, bro. I got y'all boys.
Kofi's compromised, people. He's compromised.
Go ahead and send that copy. I got y'all boys. You know what I mean?
We can't take him serious no more. He compromised, dog.
If you compromised, I should be singing praises for Horizon then. If I'm compromised.
Hold up, is Glenn Schofield Canadian?
Glenn Schofield?
Yeah.
Well, wait. Where are you trying to take us here? Where are you trying to take us here, J-Man? Where are you trying to take us here?
He American.
Where are you trying to take us?
I was just.
I see what you're trying to
do.
I see what you're trying to do.
Trying to figure out.
All right. Best narrative: God of War Ragnarok. 100% deserved that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Best game direction: Elden Ring. I'm not mad at that either. I'm not mad at that either, bro.
I said it in my live stream. Elden Ring was gonna win that award based on the creative vision and for the boss design and the level design. I told people they was gonna win that. I'm not shocked.
And the game of the year, after God of War cleaned up the entire night with 6 awards, the game of the year ended up being Elden Ring. To be honest, I didn't even see too much people mad at this. At all, to be honest. I thought it was gonna be more crying, unless my timeline was different. But you know, I didn't really see too much people crying about this as I thought I would. I thought I seen a lot of people low key be like, you know what, you know what I mean, you got it, or was their timeline any different than mine? I didn't really see too much crying like I thought I would. You know what I'm trying to say? I thought it would be like a little bit more, like what the fuck, y'all, like. You know what I mean? I feel like I saw more boast in that Elden Ring one than I did crying that God of War lost. I will say that. The little bit of crying that I saw from the God of War people, just I did. I think I saw somebody post I saw somebody post a God of War Elden Ring combat comparison video. Yeah, they're so shiesty for that. I think I've seen that too. This guy got the greatest God of War player on earth, and he put it on the top, and he just got the most roll left sequence. Yeah. Like, cut it out, bro. Cut it out.
He was using like one button, and it was just to like attack with the main weapon. He didn't use nothing else.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, people be so disingenuous on the internet. Cut it out, bro. Fucking Elden Ring's gameplay, obviously, it's not an action game like a God of War, right? But it's more intuitive than that little clip, that narrative that he was trying to paint. You know what I just learned about the internet? Everyone got their agendas, everyone got their narrative. They just paint whatever they want to. They got put the illest nigga, the illest God of War nigga doing the illest combo I've ever seen. He puts like, roll left, roll right, slash, roll left. I'm like, cut it out, bro. Cut it out, bro. We know what you're trying to do over here, bro. Cut it out.
Yeah, man. I thought overall, like, I'm not like, I think they did it. I don't know if, like, because I know we like to say like politics be involved with the Game Awards. I think Elden Ring won enough shit for it to justify even winning Game of the Year too. Because sometimes a game will
categories
win
too.
every other fucking key category and then lose Game of the Year. Like, how does that make sense? I think Elden Ring winning game direction, art direction, and I think it won something else. Oh, best RPG. And then I think something else. Like, those like are key categories in creating a game of the year winner. So I think it did. No, they justified it winning game of the year at the show. So, and
we discussed this too at the end of your live stream. Like, I think it's undeniable that God of War is a great game, and it's my personal game of the year. I've been on record saying that, and I still stand by it. Even though Elden Ring is a close second, very close second, because I really enjoyed that too. But we both can't deny the same time frame, J-Main. The impact of the two different games are totally different between God of War and Elden Ring. You know, Elden Ring was going crazy on the timeline for weeks, literally. Mm-hmm. Even God of War is already slowed down. I don't even see much of that shit on my timeline anymore, bro.
I feel like the reason, like, I feel like God of War 2018 had a bigger impact than Ragnarok, and that I think
so too. Now that you're saying that, I think that
it's hard to talk about Ragnarok without spoiling anything. Like, you really can't get on the timeline and really get into the nitty gritty of Ragnarok without spoiling shit. And like, you can't really post some of the best boss fights without spoiling shit. You can't post the best scenes without spoiling shit. You can't talk about the best scenes or what happens to certain characters without spoiling shit. Whereas Elden Ring, like, you can post that shit.
No, it's a shareable game. Everyone wants to share everything. Their build, they want to share their, how they beat this boss, how they finesse this, how to get extra, like the soul. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those community-based type of games.
Used and shit like that.
Exactly.
You got to give From Software credit for that, because I think that's something that they also built up, is that the community. Souls games are community games.
Yeah.
Like, when they released, like, I remember Bloodborne, that was a fucking event on the timeline. Like, everybody was posting shit, especially the Sony guys, because they had an exclusive. Like, that shit was a fucking event. Like, everybody was posting shit about that game. So Elden Ring was like that times 10. I had people on Facebook talking about, people that I didn't even know played video games on Facebook talking about, I'm using this build for Elden Ring. I'm like, you gamed. What the hell are you talking about? Like, for real. So yeah, like, the impact of Elden Ring definitely was way
felt.
Bigger than Ragnarok.
It was felt.
It was. So,
and the memes were going crazy too.
Yep.
The memes was going crazy, and that obviously helps the life of a game. And it's one of those games that, like, you could play for 40 hours and discover something new. 60 hours and discover something new. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them type of games. That's why when they make it, it's so large and shit like that. People are like discovering all sorts of, even like new areas and enemies. And, you could do this in the game type of shit. You know how, like, with a game like Breath of the Wild, how people are still like fucking around and doing all these crazy ass shit on the timeline. Like, you be seeing clips of people using the runes to like travel far distances and doing all sorts of crazy stuff with the game mechanics. It's one of those type of games, one of those type of situations.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the game announcements. The game reveals.
Game reveals. I think I got the list here. I think this is in chronological order too. All right,
so let's take a look and let's see if we can put up some footage of some of the games that they showed. Okay, so they showed a game. Oh, you saw the Hellboy is getting the game.
Oh yeah, yep. Hellboy getting a new game.
What do you think of that?
To be honest, I don't even remember this shit. I don't even remember what this looked like. I might have to watch this trailer again. I don't know.
Let me see if I can get it.
I'm trying to look at real quick. Okay. This has had that had a cool art style. I remember it. I do remember this.
Yeah, it had I think a lot of people weren't expecting this. It seems to be like some sort of like another indie / AA type of game. I don't know if you're a Hellboy fan. I'm not a particular big fan of it, but I've seen the movies, the old school movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'll check it out. It seems like it's gonna be like a action game, right? Like action.
Yeah. So I hope it's on Game Pass. That's what I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah, we did see that. We did see the Xbox logo at the beginning of it, so you never know, bro.
Oh yeah, it's coming to Game Pass then.
So it might be coming to Game Pass.
That's pretty much all they was promoting his Game Pass shit. So
I actually like the art direction. Maybe some people like the photorealistic look and stuff like that, but I think this is very stylistic. I like it. And a game like this,
especially
it
seems to be like a smaller game.
Yeah.
So like they don't want to spend all that budget on art style and forget to make a solid game and shit like that.
Exactly.
So
and
they'll be living above your means.
Yeah, and a game like this, like if it turns out to be good, like it lives forever looking like this. You know what I mean? Like when you design a game like this, it doesn't matter what year you play. It's always gonna be distinctive. It's always gonna look dope.
Right.
So they showed Hellboy. Let's see what else they showed. They announced Hades 2.
Yes, we here for that. We here for that. I like the first game. Beat the first game. I need to run it back a few more times to see if I can get some like more endings in the true ending of the original Hades. But this is the first time Supergiant has actually made a sequel. So Hades 1 probably did amazing in terms of commercial success. And it seems to be his sister. Now the main character's sister is going to be the main character of the second game. What's her name? Melano? I think that's her name, aka the Princess of the Underworld. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But it is going to be launching first in early access. I thought they would be able to avoid that this time around, because of the success of the first one. Even though early access did help them a lot in the first one, I just thought maybe like it was like a money thing that they needed. But I don't know. They doing that route again. So if it worked the first time, I'll be checking it out when it fully launches. 1.0 version. I don't really like to play the early access shit.
Yeah. I see somebody sent me a question in the chat from Black Dragon. He says, Kofi, question for you. How is 2023 looking good for PlayStation when the only first party game coming out is Spider-Man 2? Everything else is multi-plat and third party. They have a lot of third party deals. I don't know why people discredit that. You know what I mean? Like, why do you discredit that just because it's not being made in-house, but it's played first on PlayStation? Why I think 2023 looking good for PlayStation right now, right? Spider-Man 2, like you said. We got Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. That's going to be heat. We got Final Fantasy.
Oh, is that supposed to come out next year?
That's next year. They said next winter, unless it gets delayed, but they said next winter. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. We got Final Fantasy 16. Those are three bangers right there. And they're not going to be available on PC at least day one. We have to wait for that.
Yeah,
right.
That's the key part that you mentioned right there, is that they're not going to be available.
Yeah, they're only available on PlayStation.
So
you need you need a PlayStation 5. We also got Stellar Blade, which the more we see it, it's actually looking to be it's going to be a good game.
Excuse me, sir. That's not what the game is called.
What's it called?
It's Stellar Games.
Shut up. Oh my god. You got me thinking I pronounced that shit wrong or something, bro. About Stellar Yams, bro. Right? We got that, right?
Stellar Games. Okay, we only there for one thing.
Right?
One thing
so far that's four games that look solid, right? We also got, this is not really for me, right? Because I've been on record saying that, but I think this is cool for PlayStation. They launched the PSVR, right?
Oh, I'm here for that.
I know you're excited about that. They launched the PS4 next year
Horizon
as well.
Call of the Mountain.
We got VR games, Call of the Mountain. So that's another first party game coming out, but just a VR title. And this is without them announcing anything else. Like, what makes you think that they got nothing else coming out for the rest of the year? I'm pretty sure they probably got at least one or two more things that they're going to talk about that might drop next year. Whether it'll be a third party situation or it might be a first party situation. So far, yeah, I think. Looking at what's coming out next year, between that and the multiplats and what PlayStation got coming in, what Xbox, I think 2023 is going to be a good year for PlayStation. So that's why I tweeted out, I think PlayStation is going to be, it's going to be a good year for PlayStation next year too. That's why I think so.
So I do hear what he's saying though, in terms of the first party shit, because they kind of outside of Spider-Man and then the VR shit, they kind of been quiet first party wise. But you did bring up a good point with the shit that's only going to be on PS5.
It's only going to be on PlayStation, so
you have to have a PS5 for those. Me personally, when it comes to the first party conversation, if we can get Factions 2 next year and one other big first party game, I'm satisfied with that lineup of a Spider-Man, Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores, the Horizon Call of Mountain VR game. If we can get Factions in there and maybe one other big game, maybe Blue Point. It seems like they might be teasing something.
Yeah, it's gonna be a busy year, bro.
One other game, I think they'd be decent first party wise. And they have a showcase yet, so we you know what I'm saying. Hopefully, there's more coming for 2023. But I do get the skepticism about PlayStation first party next year because I think they've been too quiet.
Jay, man, I gotta ask you this though, since we're already on the subject of this. But okay, everyone's hung up on the first party, and I get it. You know, we love the first party games from these developers. We're looking for that. You know, PlayStation just had a great year this year with their first party games and stuff like that, right? They dropped Gran Turismo, they dropped Horizon. We got Horizon. Oh, by the way, Horizon expansion, right? I didn't mention that for those the people who like Horizon, right? We got another expansion, so add that to the list. We got more content for that, right? So let's keep it a buck. If they come and announce more third-party games, like I don't understand why people are trying to discredit that if that's coming out first on PlayStation. I see not to make this an Xbox PlayStation thing, but you got people running around happy that games like High on Life is first on Xbox and only available on Xbox and counting that as one of their games. I don't see for the reason why discredit games like Final Fantasy 16 and 7 and be like, okay, they're not made by a Sony first party. It doesn't mean the year's not going to be great for PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Even if they have a couple 1-2 other third-party games, 2 deals that are only on PlayStation for maybe a year, 6 months, still going to be a great year for PlayStation. I don't understand why I don't understand that line of thinking personally.
The narrative right now is in a weird space because on the Xbox side, we already know everything is day and date on PC, right? So it's coming to console. So anything they announce is coming to console, is coming to PC.
And PCC, we already
on
know
the PlayStation side, the narrative has been PlayStation always has the first party bangers. And what is happening now is that people are associating PlayStation games that are coming to PlayStation 5 and PC together, when before the narrative was it's all about the PlayStation first party console exclusives. So there's 2 sides of the narrative right now with the PlayStation side, because some games are coming to PC day and date, some are a year later, some are 6 months later. So you're gonna have people that be like, where the fuck is the first party games? And then you're gonna have people that are like, why PlayStation is fine because they got the third party shit coming as well. So that's why you're gonna get these different honestly, people coming in questioning.
I feel like that's smart, because if it's gonna be a quiet year for first party, you better go and lock up some cool third party, work with other developers to get some third party shit for the year. No, I think that's smart.
I personally think it might be a quiet year not a quiet year first party, but not as big as they went this year first party. I think
this year they had Spider-Man. They had three major games, right?
Right. I think we're gonna get Horizon DLC, and I only can probably say VR stuff, and then one more big game. I hope for 2 more big games, but I think it's only gonna be 1 more. And that's why they went so hard locking up the third party.
Okay, so all right, so it won't be a quiet year for PlayStation if they announce 2 more first party games. So that's what y'all trying to tell me right now? Oh my god, y'all weird, bro. Y'all are weird. So it went from 1 an expansion, okay, so 1.5. So for it to be a great PlayStation year, they have to announce 2 more games.
Yes, coming out pretty much about 4 first party bangers.
Yeah, for the year. For what they showed me, I think they got some shit I want to play, bro. They got some shit I definitely want to play that I'm playing on PlayStation first, bro.
Like already. I said, if 3 games is a must. 2,
now I'm buying on PlayStation.
Good. I'm good.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm just letting you know what the narrative is out there, and why you're gonna hear people say PlayStation is quiet next year, because even though they have third party games, because PlayStation is not quiet next year. PlayStation
and they got Returnal, Returnal coming to PC, and The Last of Us. What else? I care about. I'm a PlayStation fan all around the board. I want the PC ports. I want the PC ports with it. They got Returnal coming. I'm excited. I'm excited for the part 2 on the PC. That ultra wide shit gonna be beautiful. We're gonna get the definitive edition. We're gonna be able to play Returnal in 4K this time, not 1080p.
That's nice.
So what are we talking about? That's gonna be nice.
We off that. So, listen, shout out to Bless Red. He was on the timeline like, yo, who's trying to play Returnal on PC co-op? Nigga, we off that shit. I ain't nobody trying to pick that shit up on PC. All right, we good. But to be honest, I think it's gonna do great on PC though. I think that's a PC.
Returnal's gonna do better than The Last of Us. Mark it down, bro. I think Returnal's gonna do better than The Last of Us.
Yeah. That's not
Mark that one down. Mark that one down. I think the PC crowd will actually prefer a game like that. I think that's suited for the PC crowd. That game is nice. If it's a good port too, it's out of here. They better not. They just better price that. They better price it appropriately, yo. They just better price it appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to the announcements. Hades 2. They announced this game called Judas that really, caught my interest.
Yes, Ken Levine, brother, the creative director of System Shock, BioShock. He finally revealed the game that he's been working on. That he has an independent studio. And he finally, I think it's called what, Ghost Story. Oh, yeah, he says right here, Ghost Story Games. So they revealed their game called Judas.
And it pretty much looks like BioShock. It looks like a BioShock.
Spiritual successor to BioShock.
It looked like BioShock.
So if you're a fan of BioShock, I think you're going to be a fan of this. It looks like it's right up that alley, with the first person perspective. It having the combat with the magic,
gun in one hand, the little magic thing or whatever's going on. Yeah.
Yep. That futuristic. It's like that futuristic but also archaic setting where it's like, shit looks like
old, it's old but new. Like, yeah, but
new
old
at the same time.
New technology, right? Like, but
exactly. Exactly.
Is that called steampunk? I'm not too sure. Someone in the chat will tell us. Is that considered steampunk?
It might be.
I might have to Google that. Maybe someone in the chat will. What is that? Setting where it's like it's like the Order, right? The Order is like
it is
steampunk.
Yep.
Steampunk, right?
It's like genre of science fiction that incorporates retro futuristic technology.
Retro futuristic, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think that is steampunk.
Yeah.
So
the Judas shit look good, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to try it out, man. Yeah. It looked good. It looked good from what I'm seeing. I'm definitely interested in playing this joint. So Judas, that's another game. Was it confirmed to be coming out? No, next year. No, there's no release date on. Yeah, there's no release date.
I would say 2024.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it'll probably come out next year. What else got announced? Oh, we got a new look at Suicide Squad, bro.
Yes, it was more of a tribute than anything.
A tribute. I don't know. Look, no gameplay. It wasn't a gameplay look, but we got another. Right. I'm pretty sure this is it's a cutscene, straight out the game. When Batman appears, they did a little tribute, like you said, to homeboy that died, Kevin.
Kevin Conroy. He's voicing Batman
in this game. This is his last. Yeah, he is. They said this is his last performance, I believe, as Batman. So I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah, and, I'm looking forward to this game, but I don't know. I got my
your reservations about it.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. We haven't seen a lot.
I just feel like they're being so like,
and they're only showing us cutscenes and shit.
They're hiding their cards a lot with this game. I don't know. And then there was the speculation that it's going to be a games as a service game. I don't think we ever got confirmation that it wasn't. Hopefully it's not. Maybe they could see the error of the Marvel Avengers ways. Rumor has it that game is getting shut down next year. So hopefully it's not. I would love that, and hopefully we can see more of this game next year. But I don't know.
I would say the visuals are really nice.
Yeah.
I say that the presentation has been nice. Like you're saying, man, there's been a whole lot of cutscenes. We haven't seen a whole lot of gameplay for this game. I think they know there's a lot riding for this. Rocksteady, we kind of put them on this pedestal when it comes to this, the superhero shit, especially with the Arkham games and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of people are still running around saying, the Arkham games are better than the Spider-Man games and shit like that, right? So I think they know that they have to deliver with this game, and I think they're gonna take their time until they get it right. It seems like they have been, right? They delayed the game when they needed to. And it doesn't seem like this is some sort of rush job from what I've been seeing. So I'm hopeful that the game will turn out good. From what I've been seeing, it seems more of a third-person shooter. That's right. Wasn't the gameplay wasn't it third-person shooter-esque? It wasn't like melee combat, right? Or some characters was third-person shooter.
Third person. Yeah.
Okay, so
I think like the shark was more like,
aggressive,
personal.
Brute
I don't know these characters' name. I think it's Boomerang was one of them, or I think I thought the Boomerang. He was more like, distance. I think Harley Quinn was a mixture of both. Yeah. So I think it's a mixture. It is third-person view. Wait, did you hear the rumor about this game? What? Take this with a grain of salt. But the rumor was that the motherfuckers that made Gotham Knights was working on this at first.
Holy!
And they got pulled off of it because it wasn't working out, and that's when Rocksteady was placed on this game.
So what the fuck were they doing to begin with then? What? That might be some bullshit. Because what were they doing?
I thought they were making a Justice League game. I think that was the rumor. That
Oh,
they were doing a Justice
I did hear
League
that.
game.
I did
or a
hear
Superman
that.
game or some shit like that.
I did hear that.
I think that didn't work out. So if the rumor is true, then maybe they was like, all right, these motherfuckers ain't working on this game like we wanted to. So they pulled them off, put them on Gotham Knights, and maybe that's how they got Suicide Squad. I don't know.
Could be. So I think we actually got a release date for this too, right?
Did we?
Did we? I feel like we did. Go ahead and check so we factual. I feel like we got a release date. Someone in our chat will tell us.
Oh yeah.
We
May
got a release
26th
date.
of 2023.
There you go.
Next gen only.
Yes, sir. And you guys already know. Your boy a big fan of this guy right here, you know what I mean? Played majority of his games. Death Stranding 2 has been revealed. J-Main.
Yes.
Were you just as confused as fuck as I was watching this damn trailer?
I thought I recognized the girl when I was watching the trailer.
I was confused by her because first of all, her hair was different.
Her hair was different. That threw me off.
And I was a little tripped out. So maybe someone in the chat could let me know. Because when I don't remember, I can't even lie. My memory a little foggy with Death Stranding besides some key points and that shit. But I swear the girl, I swear the girl got the rain on her, so her body's like an old lady. Wasn't that not the story? You don't remember no shit? Or am I bugging? Someone who beat Death Stranding, just remind me real quick. Wasn't that like the girl? I forgot her name too. Didn't she get hit with that rain? What's the Ream in the Rain called? Yeah, I forgot all the terms of this shit. Yeah, Fragile, that's her name. But didn't she get hit by the rain? And her body was like, oh, that's why when she took off the glove and her body was like, her hand was like wrinkly and shit. So I was confused to see her fine. So am I tripping or what? I was a little confused, bro.
That shit sounded about right for a Kojima game. You're supposed to be confused. Fuckers don't.
Let me see what the chat's saying. Yeah, the timefall hit her. Didn't they say the guy tortured her, right? And let timefall hit her body or some type of shit like that? And her whole body got fucked. Why is she looking fine in this one? I'm confused. That's why, you know why? That's why I didn't really take it in. So,
Norman Reedus look older. His character.
Yeah, yes.
Sam Porter Bridges, that's his name?
Yeah, Sam Porter Bridges.
Yeah. He looks
Someone
older,
saying Norman Reedus spermed helped her. Come on, is that true? Or are y'all bugging?
Oh, is the baby she was holding their baby?
Is that BB? Is that the BB from the? It could be, right? You see, we got to break down the science. You see, I'm not really good at this type of. You got to break down the science like this and see what's going on. But apparently, they're saying that this game is going to be a lot different, J-Main, than the original. That's what I heard. Apparently, it's going to play different than the original. So, are we delivering packages this time? Or are they just capping right now? Or is this just take it with a grain of salt? But it might not be a package similar this time. Or it might be some packaging, but it might have more gameplay elements to it.
I know Kojima, when he was on stage talking about it, he was like, he rewrote the whole story because he's not trying to predict
COVID again.
To predict society and shit like that. So he rewrote the whole fucking script and shit like that. So I don't know. Listen, I still haven't beat the first game. I do plan on playing it.
The game is good, man. I have to revisit it again, man. It's just been long now since I played it. I beat that shit, 2019. Enjoyed it. Yeah. The story, the plot twist, no spoilers, but it was crazy in the end. The plot twist was stupid crazy. So definitely check it out, man. Definitely check it out.
I went into it wanting to hate it because I was like, oh, this fucking package simulator. And when I played
a lot of people
I was fucking enjoying the package simulator portion. I was like, this shit is kind of lit,
bro. It's so
worrying about the terrain and shit like that. Like when you carrying the packages, making sure your weight distribution is correct.
It's so weird. It's such a weird game. On top of that, they're adding these little kind of like, obviously not to the detail of Metal Gear, but these little stuff mechanics in between, dodging the BTs around and shit like that. So you gotta dodge the areas. Like, yo, the game was actually kind of fly, bro. It's not really encouraging you to kill people because when you kill people, it does actually make a crater. It actually does make a crater when you kill somebody and shit like that. So, like I said, it's some super sci-fi type shit, but it was actually extremely enjoyable. And it's one of those games that I felt for me, it came out at the right time because I was just so sick of the common AAA game. And I'm still on that kind of level right now, man. Like the common AAA game is, if you've been playing games as long as some of us here, man, there's a lot of repetitive shit. So I felt like this issued just a different experience. And I enjoyed it. Like you said, man, delivering the packages is a weird ass concept for a game, but when you throw in the mixture of the stealth where you got to get past the BTs and the people that hunt for your packages, on top of that, as you do more deliveries, you get more access to different kinds of equipment, which makes you deliver the packages more iller, like zip lines from the community, ladders. I thought that whole aspect was dope, as well as getting like the things that you could equip to your legs, right? That lets you carry more. And they're like all a bunch of fly shit. I thought that shit was fly, bro. I really did.
I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna get back to it, man.
The only thing I didn't like about that shit was I thought the shooting mechanics. I thought the shooting mechanics was a little bit mid. You know, the times where you had to shoot for like specific boss fights, I felt like the mechanics were a little mid, and they could work on that for the next one. You know what I mean? But you seen the visuals, man. That Decima engine looking kind of crazy right now, bro.
Crispy. This a good look. The first one was a good looking game, so I'm not even shocked that this sequel is gonna be looking banging. And I know it's maybe a year or so off, so it should only end up looking better.
Yeah. I think I missed a super chat from Rufflemite. I think he was saying that Xenoblade got robbed from being best music soundtrack of the year. Shout out to Rufflemite.
Yeah. I did see that on the timeline too. A lot of people said that that game soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah, maybe they were distracted by the 240p resolution of the game. Maybe that's why. Captain Sidekick with the super chat donation says, I remember Jack hating on it so hard. I think Jack might have shitted on it at first, but he turned around to it. You know what I mean? Sometimes Jack, he bump his head and he's a little confused, Yeah, I think
it was one of those cases where somebody bought him the game. You know how that
goes.
When somebody buy Jack a game,
I think somebody... Bro, I think that's what happened, bro. Nah, I thought he rolled off over the head and bumped his head and he changed his mind. But I was wrong about it. I think you're right, bro. I think a man copped him the game like he did with like a couple of other games we seen.
Days Gone, he did it.
Days Gone, maybe Goals. Who knows, bro? But he got a whole change of heart for this shit. Man, what's going on, Jack? Oh man, but shout out to my boy, bro. I definitely didn't buy that game. He said he did. Hey, a game hit different when it was free. Hey, man, I think I might have felt the syndrome, J-Main. A subscriber bought me Callisto Protocol. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, my God. See, the truth is coming. Listen, people. Listen, when somebody tell you who they are, people, believe them the first time they say it. This man is exposing himself on the stream.
I'm joking. It's banter.
Just pay attention.
It's banter. I'm joking. But I did get gifted the game. But 2023,
we waking that up. That's all I'm gonna say. We waking it all up.
It's a joke, people. It's banter. This is called banter, right here. Professional podcasters. This is banter. But Death Stranding 2, man. When do you think this game's coming out?
In the first 4 months of 2024.
Yeah. I think this is a 2024 game as well. I don't think this is coming out next year. I don't think it's ready.
I'd be shocked if it... Actually, I wouldn't be shocked because Kojima would be doing that shit. But I would be shocked if it's like the end of this year, towards the end of this year.
That would be what? Because if you really take it in, once he actually got set up with his new studio, right? Got the Decima engine. He turned around Death Stranding really quick. Let's not forget. I think he did that shit in 2 years.
Yeah.
Death Stranding 1, right? Death Stranding 1 came out in 2019, I believe.
All right.
So we're talking about 3. It's J-Main. You never know. This could be one of the games that y'all crying about. PlayStation get that come out.
Oh wait, was it 2019?
I'm pretty sure or was it 2020? One or the other. Was it 2020 or 2019? I feel like it came out at a really quiet. No, it was 2019.
It was before the 2019. Yeah, because it was before the
2019.
Pandemic. Oh wait, okay. Because Death Stranding 1 got revealed in 2016, came out 3 years later, 2019.
So hey, maybe
2022 is another 3 years. Ooh.
Hey, maybe the timeline's adding up, and you never know. We might get a state of play with a release date coming out this year. next year. That's what I'm saying. People should just wait, bro. I know y'all are so pressed. We might even get more games announced coming out next year. It's a possibility.
That might be a trend. If that's the trend going forward, I'm not mad at it. I just want it to kind of be like confirmed, because PlayStation is known for showing shit 2 to 3 years early and then dripping feed and gameplay throughout the year. If they're on this shit now where they show it once and then they don't talk about that shit again until the year it comes out, I'm 100% okay with that. I prefer that. But if that's going to be the way it's going to go, let us know that's going to be the way it's going to go.
You never know. It might drop next year. The latest is 2024, though. I think we all can agree on that. The latest, we're being optimistic. He started cooking this game right after. And we did hear Norman Reedus said, remember he came out and kind of exposed this game being in development? Saying he kind of exposed this, to be honest. So it wasn't even a secret. So
and the
if they've been working on this shit,
he got the engine.
Exactly. How much more development time are you gonna take to this? It gotta be out. It gotta come out either next year or 2024, bro.
Or 2024. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, you done changed my mind. I could see this shit coming out next year.
It's a possibility. Let's just wait and see. Let's wait and see, bro. It's a possibility. What else got announced that was interesting at the Game Awards that it's worth discussing?
Let's see. We kind of talked about the Horizon Forbidden West.
There we go. That's coming out next year.
That's confirmed. PS5 only. Thank God.
There's a Transformers game coming out. It didn't really sell. The shit didn't sell me. We got this Crash Team Rumble coming out. It seems like some sort of Crash party game or something like that. I don't know. It seemed like a party game. Cyberpunk got a trailer with Idris Elba.
That was the expansion.
The expansion. Phantom Liberty.
Are people going into this with high expectations?
Nope.
Or did they learn from the original game? Like, I don't know, because people love the expansions for Witcher, so I don't know if they done reset the clock and now everybody's hype again for CD Projekt Red things. So I don't know. Yeah. They did try to sway us with that Idris Elba review, though.
I'm not falling for that, bro. I'm not falling for that, bro.
They throw a celebrity on the screen quick.
I'm not falling for that.
Shit.
Cut it out.
Is that Idris Elba?
yeah, cut it out. It's not working this time. A couple people in the chat said it worked. They're in the chat saying it worked on them, but for me, it ain't working, bro. I was really disappointed. I can't even lie, J-Main. You know why?
About what?
There was this big rumor going into this Game Awards that From Software was going to reveal an expansion for Elden Ring. And I should have known better. I should have known better, because prior to this, they just recently came out and said, we're doing this Coliseum kind of 1v1 battle mode coming in. So I should have known better to think that they're going to come back, circle the block, and announce an expansion. I should have known better. Right. But From Software was there.
Fans what they want? Never.
From Software was there, and they announced that their next game is going to be Armored Core 6. And I'll be a damn lie. I'm not an internet capper whatsoever. I have no sort of feelings, affiliation, thoughts, anything about no fucking Armored Core game, bro. I wanted Elden Ring expansion, or at least tease like a Bloodborne thing. And remember the rumor, Sekiro 2, y'all got me twisted, bro.
Yeah. Kofi was going crazy with this.
Now y'all gonna tell me I'm making an Armored Core game, bro? Come on, let's keep it up, bro. Like,
started and it said From Software. Kofi was like, I was like, yo, is this Elden Ring too? He was like,
I was about to go crazy.
Like, it might be. Then the nigga showed up.
Listen. Armored Core, I'm pretty sure it has a fan base. And, not From Software's popularity is a lot bigger, J-Man. True, right? That's true. They're a lot bigger, well-known developers now. So maybe they feel like we could bring back this franchise and it might capture a new audience. Now we more popping.
Right.
So Armored Core 6 is happening. And I don't know much about the series besides as a mech game. The last mech game, I swear to God, the last mech game I played was on the OG Xbox, Mech Assault. Real niggas know. Yeah. Real niggas know. I played Mech Assault. I still have my copy of Mech Assault. I played that shit online and shit. Used to get clapped as a kid. I was getting bodied. I ain't gonna hold you. But we got Armored Core 6 coming out in 2023, and I'm not excited. But I will check it out, and I'll look at footage and gameplay and see what's it looking like. You know what I mean? Because I've never played an Armored Core game before. So, J-Main, Have you played an Armored Core game before?
Never.
Never. Me too. Never played this shit before. I ain't gonna pretend like I did. I ain't never played this shit in Armored Core game before.
Yeah. I'm not like I know Armored Core was in their their catalog and stuff like that, but I don't know if people have been waiting for Armored Core 6 in terms of like the Armored Core fans, but I thought it would be in their best interest to actually reboot the series if they were going to come back with Armored Core, because I don't think a lot of people fucking know about this franchise.
Do you okay, well, before we jump to that, let's ask the chat. Is it like a sequential, like is it like type of series? I need just throw a 6 on it, but it's not really connected like Final Fantasy. You understand? So I don't know anything about Armored Core. Maybe someone in the chat could tell us who has played the Armored Core games. Are the storylines connected like 1 through 6 type of situation, or is each Armored Core like its own individual game? So someone let us know that first. Right. Because I see what you're saying. Like we like you're starting at 6. You're gonna be From Software's popping now, so you're gonna be introducing a lot of new players to the series, and now we're jumping in at 6, which some of us is tough. I guess they got to do a really good recap. I guess a lot of people played Witcher 3, and that was their first Witcher, so we know that for a fact.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a good point. But they said that this ain't gonna play nothing like a Souls game, so they trying to stay true to the Armored Core play style, and they don't want to make this like a Souls Core type of game. They want to make this it's distinctive Armored Core game. So
what I heard, J-Main? These type of games are like simulation, like mech games. They're not even like super action mech, but like they're like simulation and action in it. But I heard there's a lot of sim and shit, and you gotta like keep track of a lot of different things. So I don't know if a lot of people gonna be fucking with that, bro. I don't want to keep it unless they streamline this shit and make it more quote unquote casual friendly for new players like you and me.
Or maybe they don't want to. Like maybe
but that's fine too. Maybe it's for the core fans, right?
They want to, now that they have a successful, style of game, they've been able to generate this money that allows them to make these games on the side that are smaller but dedicated to a smaller base that they can, bring back that can satisfy the fans. Like that shit, even though it's not for everybody, it's still going to go a long way in terms of, all right, From Software respects their IP. And they will
I respect that though. I do respect that. I do respect that a lot, because from what they have showed us over the past couple of releases is that one day say we're making this type of game, despite what everybody else is saying. Now we're making this type of game. People have been crying for easy difficulty settings and from soft games forever. They haven't budged. They haven't folded. Unlike, I can't even lie, the people at Seafood, man, they folded, bro. Real easy. They added the easy mode. Like they added all of that.
They didn't have to, but they're a small developer, small team.
So they want more people to buy it. So I kind of understand it. Exactly. I kind of understand it.
Yep. It's like the music industry. When you up and coming, you kind of like got to play to the field, versus if you are an established artist, you can do what the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? And be like, if you don't want, if you don't like this, I'm still putting this shit out. I don't give a fuck what y'all like. This is what I want to do right now. This is my vision.
Yeah, exactly. And to quickly go over the rest of the announcements, we did get another look at Final Fantasy 16. What did you think?
This might be my most anticipated game for next year. Like, I know a lot of core Final Fantasy fans is like, this don't look like Final Fantasy. I don't give a fuck what this shit.
It looked like Devil May Cry. That's why.
Devil May Fantasy. I don't give a fuck.
Look like Devil May Cry.
Final May Cry, Devil May Fantasy. Call it what the fuck you want. I'ma call it fire. This shit look incredible. Good, the scale of the boss fights, like this shit giving me like God of War 3 vibes. Like I'm looking at this shit like, God damn, this is what was missing from Ragnarok.
Yeah,
like,
can you imagine if this shit? Can you imagine if this shit was just turn-based though? That would be so heat.
Absolutely.
Yo, why y'all hate turn-based games so much? Can you imagine if it's like a Dragon Quest turn-based with this visuals and shit? That would be heat, bro. I like turn-based, but I like action too, so I'm not mad at it.
For me, I like my turn-based games to be more in like a calmer atmosphere. Like Persona to me is like a more calmer, like you want to dive deep into these characters' backstories. You want to, this type of game, I want to fuck shit up. Motherfuckers is going to war. You got these big ass summons, and you just want to go to war. I want the action, all out action. That's what I want to play in this game. That's what they're delivering. I need my action base for this. I love it.
Roxas 180 says turn-based with these visuals will look funny. I digress. I think it will look heat, bro. I think you could do some really cool shit with some. I want a big budget turn-based RPG Final Fantasy type. I want them take it back, yo. You gave us a couple of action games. I want their next game to be a turn-based, beautiful visuals just like this, but turn-based combat. That's what I want personally. I want that. I need that. I need that.
Oh no!
I want turn-based, bro.
Because you know the visuals is expensive, so they trying to recoup some of that bread. They want to make sure this shit go sell to the.
I know this is more. This is more. You know, actiony. It's more appealing to more audiences if you do it this way. But you know, what I mean, I would like to see a big budget turn-based game in the future, man. Like Final Fantasy turn-based. Like I don't know what they're gonna do with the future titles, but that'd be pretty cool, man.
That last Yakuza game was turn-based, right?
Yeah.
Was it Like a Dragon? Or some shit like that?
Like a Dragon.
Did you end up liking that?
The funny thing is I did. I have like a good 30, 40 hours into that shit, bro. But I just have to clean it. I have to clean it up, yo. The game is actually mad fucking long, low key, bro. I have to put it. Game's long, bro. Yeah, that shit is fucking mad long, bro. But the funny thing is, like, when I play that shit, like, the gameplay is actually like super dope, though. You know what? You know what it is? I don't know, man. I think I'm just waiting for that. I'm waiting for that new Dragon Quest. I think that's what's really gonna scratch my itch, bro. That new Dragon Quest.
Didn't they announce that a minute ago? They've been kind of quiet on that.
I feel like they only talked about the latest one. Maybe a year or two ago tops, though. A year ago. And they only really they didn't show any footage. They just showed the title screen and they confirmed that it's gonna be more darker and matured. I think that's what was confirmed. But after playing Dragon Quest 11, I'm like, yo, bro, this shit is crazy. And that's a great turn-based game right there, bro. Mm-hmm. That's a.
Did they confirm this is going to be turn-based?
It better be turn-based. What the fuck? It better be turn-based. It better be turn-based. Holy, nah, that shit better be turn-based, yo. I'm gonna be tight if it isn't.
Yo, this made by who? Square Enix's Dragon Quest?
Yeah, Square. It's Square.
Yeah, they probably keep it turn-based.
They're gonna keep it. I think that's kind of the identity of that shit. I think they got another game that's an action game coming out, too. I believe it's an action game coming out. That's gonna be probably play more like one of these Final Fantasies or these Ni no Kunis and shit like that. Other Ni no Kuni that's more actiony or some shit.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that those are pretty much the major announcements. And we got to discuss this. Xbox dropped the ball. Xbox was a complete no-show at the Game Awards, J-Main.
I couldn't believe it.
I can't believe that they didn't even come with a Forza trailer, bro. Not even a Hellblade 2 trailer. They didn't come with nothing. We just had Phil Spencer in the crowd, chilling, looking a little salty, watching PlayStation win all these damn awards, yo. We talked about Judas inventory already. We already talked about. Yeah, I was very disappointed because I felt like this was in all seriousness, I felt this was a moment. Y'all had a quiet ass year. Mm-hmm. Xbox Game Studios only dropped the full version of Grounded, which is a game that came out in early access maybe a year ago, right? A year ago. They launched Grounded. They launched Pentiment by Obsidian. And I think they launched As Dust Falls. Yeah, with a year, J-Main, with these three games, which I'm not saying they're terrible or bad. But with these three games, y'all couldn't at least come to the Game Awards and present something like, yo, guys, I know it's been a quiet year for us, but look at this new look at Redfall, even though we already seen it. You couldn't have been like, yo, look at this new look at, even if they want to show Starfield, that's fine. Even since that's their big game, fine. Mm-hmm. Here's this new look at Forza. Look how it's looking. Another look. Like, y'all could have showed something that y'all already have revealed. Just go cut another slice of footage and bring it and present it to us. Like, they just were a complete no-show.
Right. To set the tone
no-show
for 2023. Like,
that's what I'm saying. To set the mood. Like, get us hyped, yo. Like, this is your last thing to hype us up.
Event before the year. Before the new year. And everybody's coming with something. Like, you want to show something that's coming out next year. I think even Nintendo showed some Bayonetta shit.
Like, a new Bayonetta game, man. Like, yo, like, what the fuck?
It's something like it ain't like it was a no show. It's just something like they coming with something. So the fact that Xbox wasn't there is I'm even starting to see like some of they diehard motherfuckers on the timeline like that was some bullshit.
Nah, they should have showed something. Now that's crazy. If you really take it in, they should have showed something.
Something. Hellblade, what was that? 2020, I think it was, right? No, 20.
That was a year that they announced the Xbox Series X.
Series X, yes. So that had to be 2019 then.
Yeah, how you show up to the Game Awards, announce a Series X, show Hellblade footage, and this Game Awards you'll come with nothing.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Bro, like guys, they literally could have showed something. I'm seeing Black Dragon saying, but Kofi, people would complain about CGI trailers. Bro, they could have showed something that they already announced, J-Main. It don't have to be something new.
There's certain games right now that should be beyond showing CGI trailers.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Redfall is beyond CGI trailers. Like you could
Forza.
Forza should definitely be beyond CGI.
Hellblade by now.
Hellblade should definitely be beyond CGI trailers, and Starfield should be beyond CGI trailers.
So they could have showed something.
They showed gameplay already. So those games right there alone, you could have showed something with gameplay. And Hellblade was shown at the 2021 Game Awards. So last year. And they've been quiet for a whole year. They didn't have nothing to show?
Nah, that was crazy. They should, because like you said, this literally just sets the tone for how you're entering into the new year. Then we got fucking Aaron Greenberg. Shout out to Aaron Greenberg. He's great at his job. I will say that. He's great at his job. He somehow spun this. Yeah, he's great at his job. Hey, he's the marketing guy over at Xbox, so we can't be mad at it. He somehow spun this to being that, yo, Xbox, man. All them, we had a large library of those games being showed in Game Pass at the Game Awards. He pretty much spun the whole narrative into that. I'm like, guys, come on, show us some new games and get the Xbox gamers, get everyone hyped up for what you guys got in 2023. It didn't have to be nothing new. They could have just re-showed some old stuff to give us another look. I think we all would have appreciated another look at one of these games, right? Another look at Redfall, another look at Forza. I would have loved to see Forza. Another look at Hellblade, Starfield. I would love to see any of that. You couldn't cut a trailer? Come on. A 2-minute trailer?
Here we go. Here's what he said verbatim. Aaron Greenberg. We have a lot planned to show and share about an incredibly exciting year ahead for 2023. Appreciate folks are eager to learn and see more. Timing is always key, but don't worry, you will not have to wait too long for what's next from us.
Hey man, I honestly,
how long y'all been waiting? Niggas was waiting the whole 2022. How much longer we gotta wait?
You know what's crazy? Even if they came, look, I know we've seen Redfall not that long ago, but even if they came with Redfall and actually gave us a release date, because I'm pretty sure we don't have a release date, J-Main.
We don't.
We don't have a release date for Redfall, so this could have been our release date trailer situation. Because the game don't look that bad. I'm looking at Redfall. It actually looks pretty good. It looked pretty good. Redfall looked pretty good.
I want to play that. I'm not.
Me too.
I'm not one
me
of these
too.
Haters.
Yeah, me too. I want to play Redfall. Look good.
Some type of fun in Redfall. If I could play Forspoken and fucking Callisto, I could play some.
No. Redfall look like it's gonna be decent. It actually look like it's gonna be decent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm even like intrigued with the scope of Starfield. I might not be impressed with the gameplay reveal, but I still want to see more of that too. So. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
And you know what was the most annoying excuse I seen on the timeline, J-Main? The FTC.
Bro.
That's not an excuse, people. Don't now y'all just making up excuses for Matt. That's not an excuse. Right. People are saying Microsoft didn't want to show anything because of the FTC. Yeah, we got PlayStation on stage showing us exclusive of Death Stranding, exclusive Final Fantasy 16, exclusive here, exclusive. What are you talking about, bro? They could show it. They could show things that are already announced. Just because this shit is going on doesn't mean that Microsoft can't talk about no games that they got coming out for their platform. That doesn't make sense. What are you guys talking about? So the FTC is not an excuse for this.
PlayStation fighting over there too. They trying to keep Call of Duty away from Microsoft.
I know, and yet they're still showing games. Come on, man. Let's just call it a spade, right? We just got to be fair across the board. A spade is that they just disappointed, bro. They literally just disappointed. They just disappointed, and that's not a legit excuse, bro.
I don't know how many more times people gotta, be disappointed by Xbox.
So we got Black Dragon. Shout out to Black Dragon. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the feature. But he's saying FTC is the legit excuse. So tell me how. I want you to type in the chat. And I'm gonna read it out loud. How them showing a gameplay clip of Forza Motorsport detrimental to what's going on with Activision Blizzard King. Tell me how showing Forza Motorsport is detrimental to that deal. Explain it to me, bro.
I'm gonna tell you right now. their argument with the FTC is that them purchasing Activision Blizzard will be better for gamers, right? So what else would be better for gamers than actually showing them the fucking games you announced that are coming out next year, what they look like? How would that be an issue in court or with FTC or
it doesn't make sense? Anything? It doesn't make sense.
It don't make no sense. Their whole argument is that buying Activision Blizzard would be beneficial to gamers. Showing gamers what games are coming out next year and what they look like is beneficial to gamers. There's no other reason I could think. Yeah, like,
nah, that's not an excuse, boys. Let's take the L and be like, yo, they didn't show nothing, bro. That's not a good excuse, bro. Especially when the people are fighting against this and crying and y'all calling it hypocrites and stuff are showing exclusives on the same stage. J-Main, deals on the same stage. Come on,
that the fucking the Final Fantasy shit, that trailer that they dropped at the end. That's what confirmed
PlayStation exclusive.
It's exclusive to PS5 for at least 6 months. Like, that's not even coming to PC. Well, at least that's what it looked like. It's not even coming to PC for 6 months.
So. For 6 months minimum.
Yeah, it looked like they even doubled down on the exclusivity at the Game Awards. So I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. No excuse for Microsoft, bro. Let's just hope. Once again, we playing the waiting game a little bit. Let's just hope that they have a strong 2023. And what's actually scheduled for 2023 looks better than this year. So I guess that's the positive output. But it would have been nice if Microsoft set a little bit of a precedent and, ushering into the new year, they actually came out on stage and showed like, yo, here's a new look at Redfall. Here's the release date. This is when it's coming out. And we got more bangers coming out in 2023. That's all, like, give the fans some reassurance. I don't think that's asking for too much, Jamie. That's not asking for too much.
But they don't get the benefit of doubt from me no more.
Yeah, that don't make no fucking sense, bro.
That ran its course. That was disappointing. And
it just is what it is. It is what it is. And we gotta wait. We gotta wait for more. It is.
Hey, I got no choice but to wait. Do better.
Yeah, no, you just gotta wait. It is what it is. Alex PSX says COVID messed up Xbox. Let's wait till 2024. Give them a break. Nah, we ain't do that. We ain't doing that, bro.
Hell no. Hell no. What I want to say about the Game Awards, what I love seeing is, I wouldn't say all the games, but a lot of the games seem to be like next generation only announcements, even if they were just like some CGI trailers or like cutscene trailers. So it seems like we finally might be actually starting the new generation next year, at least halfway. Because I know we still got some cross-gen shit, but it seems like we finally getting there to get to the new generation. So.
All right, so since we're just talking about the FTC, I know we're actually going on a little bit longer today because there's so much news and we skipped a week, right? Usually, we try to aim for an hour and a half, but we're a little bit over today. We just got a few more topics I just want to quickly go over. Since we're already mentioning the FTC, they plan to sue Microsoft and block the Activision Blizzard deal. What do you think about this whole situation? I don't know if you're well informed in the intricacies and all that's happening. I pretty much have a general understanding. Pretty much the FTC is saying Microsoft, nah, you acquiring this is anti-competitive, and their reasonings for doing this is they're saying that they have examples. Pretty much when Microsoft acquired Bethesda ZeniMax, right? Yeah. They made games, or they announced games like Redfall, Starfield, the next Elder Scrolls, and so on to be exclusive to the Xbox platform and stuff like that. So they feel like this deal is anti-competitive because it's not going to be good for the gamers or taking games away from platforms. So they use that as an example and stuff like that. So what's your thoughts of if the FTC suing to block this deal, and do you think that this is going to stop Microsoft in any form or fashion?
So I don't think this will end up holding up in court.
I don't think so
because I don't think there's anything like legally I gotta say, I don't think there was anything that they had in writing that said that Microsoft said that some games from ZeniMax Bethesda wouldn't be exclusive to Xbox.
I think they said that to the EU, right? They said that to the EU, and I think the EU later on came with a statement saying to the FTC, kind of shitting on the FTC a little bit, it kind of dunking on them a little bit, saying that, nah, bro, we never said no shit like that, or we never agreed to no shit like that. I
because
think
I think
what happened.
what they said was that there will be existing games that were already on there that will stay multi-platform. But I think
existing.
they didn't say anything about like newer titles and shit like
Upcoming
that.
games, yeah, because you have to really read
Games,
the language. You know what I mean? Like you be taking the
right.
language. Microsoft said they're not going to be pulling no Bethesda games from PlayStation. So games that already exist on the platform, they're not going to be stripped away from PlayStation. But they never really discussed what's coming out. And Redfall and Starfield haven't been released yet, so it's fair game for that.
And it's a different tone with the Call of Duty shit because they've been on record saying they trying to get this shit done. Like they like, yo, PlayStation, we gonna put the future games on there, 10-year deal. Y'all can put it wherever y'all want, sell it for however much y'all want.
You recall that I've been on record saying that PlayStation has been doing everything right. I said that on PlayStation's doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I think this seems to be proof of it. Yes, the claims that PlayStation are making, guys, is extremely hypocritical. They're talking about how Microsoft, if they acquire Activision Blizzard, King, they're going to have... they might increase the prices of their console. They might increase the prices of their game. While at the same time, PlayStation they literally did that. They raised the price to the games to $70 before Microsoft did. They raised the price of the PS5 console in literally every single territory except for the United States of America. I don't know if you guys forgot, but they raised the price of everything. So PlayStation is literally, using every kind of trick in the book to block this deal, as they should. I agree, as they should, even though they're looking hypocritical in the light, right? But it's smart because, Jamie, you know why it's smart? Because we heard the internal number was Microsoft promised Call of Duty on PlayStation for 3 years. Somehow, through all this complaining and them not cooperating, Sony not playing and not just being with the deal and being strongly against it, using their power against regulators, whatever, is complaining, using their influence. Somehow 3 years has turned into 10 years on PlayStation. And so now from 10 years, it's turned out, you can launch the game on your subscription service now.
Keep going. Like they just like, keep going. We want more.
Microsoft is giving it. They're giving left cheek and right cheek. Yo, shit is crazy, bro.
No,
I'm sitting here back like, Microsoft. This is good that y'all getting the deal. And no matter what, you making money. But wasn't this kind of deal like y'all trying to bolster up like your Game Pass subscriptions and stuff like that? But now you're telling me for a decade, y'all willing to let PlayStation put this shit in PlayStation Plus too? Holy, they giving up. And Sony said no. On top of that, watch. I guarantee you, J-Main, they're probably gonna even try to slide another deal to the table, which is gonna even sweeten the deal. What, low-key, PlayStation might be smart and be like, you know what? We might take this deal now after it being documented that 10 years it could go into our subscription service, even though obviously at the end of the day the money comes to Microsoft. But who knows? They might even get betas and DLC first now. Who knows? Because Microsoft giving up so much ass, it's crazy.
Low key though, none of that, like that shit sound good, but none of that actually benefits PlayStation because look.
In the end of the day, obviously Microsoft benefits because they're gonna get the money. Right. You know what I mean? So in the end of the day, it's a win for Microsoft.
Right now, Call of Duty right now comes to PlayStation regardless. They don't even have to.
That's correct.
Do a 10-year deal. Secondly, Call of Duty going into PlayStation Plus would actually be a detriment because the game sells at $60 and $70 a pop, and it's the most popular on PlayStation. So they make more money when the game is actually outside of PlayStation Plus.
But at the same time, that is true. But I guess if they cared more about their subscription passes, if they put it in PS Plus Premium, maybe they would want to bolster that up, right? They could put it in Premium. And they could pay Microsoft a lump sum of cash, whatever Microsoft is going to say. So either way, Microsoft get the money, right? So
I don't think PlayStation cares to have their.
You think they care get their numbers up, their engagement up in that?
They already came out and it would be nice if it happens, but as of right now, they already came out and said they look at PlayStation Plus as a service where a game comes to it 3 to 6 months down the line, where it can catch a second win. They don't want to put the shit that's already selling at $60 and $70 a pop on it. They don't want
to do that. So
they're looking at that deal like they don't care. They don't care still.
They don't care still.
Right. So
Microsoft. Let me just fill in the people.
They won't be satisfied until Microsoft said Microsoft got to be like, Call of Duty is going to be exclusive on PlayStation.
So Microsoft is playing. Microsoft is trying to pin PlayStation in the corner.
Yeah.
It's not coincidence that Phil Spencer comes out and announces on Twitter that, hey guys, when we get Activision Blizzard, when we seal the deals, Nintendo just signed a 10-year deal that we're gonna put Call of Duty on Nintendo platforms for 10 years. We also talked to Steam. We're gonna put Call of Duty on Steam for 10 years. This is all a play to make Sony look crazy in front of the regulators, because they're claiming that this deal right now, the FTC is they're there to protect consumers, not entities, right? So Microsoft is putting pressure on them because, like, yo, look, Call of Duty hasn't been on a Nintendo console in years, since Ghost, I believe, on the Wii U. I believe that was the last Call of Duty game, right?
So they're
applying pressure, saying, yo, look, we're about to put this shit on Nintendo, right, for 10 years. That's even more access for more players. So how is this anti-competitive and more people are going to be able to play Call of Duty? So they're playing games too. Microsoft ain't stupid. They smart. They're playing games to kind of make Sony look crazy. And the more this prolongs, it makes it seem like the FTC is kind of protecting Sony's interest more than the consumer's interest. You see how this shit is going? Very interesting stuff, people.
But so that argument that PlayStation is raising is about, them eventually making the game exclusive, maybe because of what they see what's going on with the ZeniMax and Bethesda. Even though there's nothing legally binding Xbox to bring those games to PlayStation, it's kind of like ethically and morally, it looks bad on them for even making them exclusive. When Phil Spencer has been, but this has been my knock on Phil Spencer for the longest, is that he preaches about games for everybody, but why are those games?
J-Man, it's cap.
I know it's cap.
You have to read through the politics in this. It's cap.
The angle that Sony is probably going to try and take is that one right there. Because if it's for everybody, why is Hellblade 2 not on PlayStation when the first one was? That's the type of shit that they're gonna.
You know what? You know where Microsoft is gonna get them though, because they're not locking their games to their console no more though. You know what they're gonna come on stand and probably say, or when they have to discuss this to regulators, or whatever. It's on Game Pass. It's accessible on TVs. It's accessible on everybody's smart device. It's accessible on PCs. So it's not like they're locking it to a single type of platform. They're saying, yo, a lot of more people are going to get access to these games. I guarantee you that's going to be their angle. They're going to be their angle in this. That, yo, we're not locking this exclusively to our home console. We have this on the cloud, on cell phones. We have this on web browser. Watch, all of this shit's going to be said on web browser. We have this, They're going to be saying all of that shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's the angle.
But that's a GIMP experience. That's a GIMP experience.
The FTC, they ain't going in for that. They ain't looking at that.
They're looking out for the consumer. That's a GIMP experience, dog.
But you have to understand that Phil Spencer nice guy shit. That Phil Spencer nice guy shit. You guys have to see through the bullshit, guys, bro. This shit is fucking cap, bro.
I've been trying to call it out, but the motherfucker, I don't know.
It's fucking cap, and you guys have to really look at, this is just PR talk right now. You know what I mean? All this shit is all for the interest of them. Everyone here, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, they're all self-serving. They only care about themselves and making their numbers the best. They only care about themselves, yo. Don't be confused.
I've been on record, and I'm gonna say it again. I hope this deal goes through.
I think so too. I want to see it.
Of me as a PlayStation gamer, because I need PlayStation to step it up with their multiplayer shit. Because clearly they don't want to lose Call of Duty in no type of way or fashion.
Yeah. I do think this actually makes the gaming industry more interesting. Microsoft owning this, I really do. I feel like it makes it more interesting, in the sense of. Even though Microsoft did the cheat code, they let their wallet move to grab.
Oh yeah, they're the Yankees.
You know what I mean?
They're gonna open up that pocketbook.
They're talking with their wallet, but it does make things a little bit more interesting. Now they own Call of Duty, and the income that they're gonna be getting over the years is gonna be stupid.
Yeah.
Owning, Activision Blizzard, because they have a lot of other big ass IPs. Nobody's talking about the Overwatches. No one's talking about the games like Candy Crush, the League of Legends.
That's what they really want the shit for.
They gonna make hand over fist. How this translates into us getting better games, I guess, is yet to be seen. But I do think I do like PlayStation being in a position of we kind of spooked a little bit. How this gonna go? I do like that because you know what that's gonna bring us. That's gonna bring us innovation, right? That's gonna bring us new experiences. I think that's gonna overall bring us the best out of PlayStation. I really do think that will bring us the best out of them.
We've seen it before. 360 PS3 era. When they had their backs against the wall, they had to get to that drawing board and make compelling experiences.
And I think that's gamers. Hey, so I want to see it happen, bro. I want to see it happen. And they're already making great shit. Now, what happens when their backs against it? Will they fold or are they going to create greatness? Maybe they might create greatness, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hope so. I wanted to be able to go through in terms of a fan of the Activision Blizzard games. I would be concerned for them because Microsoft hasn't garnered no trust in me on they know what to do with studios that they buy.
Yeah, man. They got their reputation definitely needs improvement in terms of handling games and studios. We just heard a story, take it with a grain of salt, that even Fable apparently, Microsoft is kind of forcing them to use in-engine to do the game or something like that, and I guess there's some sort of disdain there. So we gotta see how Microsoft manages all of these studios, because right now they're about to have a shit ton of studios, and we gotta see them just handle the shit well and put out quality games. I think that has yet to be seen. Like, consistently, at least. Let me not say that, because they have put out quality games before, but at a consistent level that gamers want, we got to see them boom, boom. All right, this is a banger. We need good quality experiences, and we don't need them every so often after they're a bad release, and we get something like Forza Horizon 5, then we get a couple of mid releases, then we get, something decent. So, yeah, man. We gotta see how it turns out. We gotta see how this shit turn out, man.
Can't wait to see Jim Ryan's next clapback. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite part of all this. When Phil Spencer and they'll be clapping at
Call of Duty will never go exclusive, bro. I think Microsoft knows this. It's not going exclusive, bro.
It wouldn't.
It actually doesn't make sense. That would literally kill the franchise. The biggest selling franchise would instantly not become the biggest selling franchise anymore. That would literally kill the franchise if you're like, oh, all of a sudden Call of Duty is only available on Xbox and PC. That's not happening. There's actually nothing to worry about. I don't know why. I think even PlayStation knows that too. The chances of Microsoft saying, fuck that, we just crashing out and putting Call of Duty only on Xbox. It literally doesn't make sense. I don't think there's going to be this mass exodus of people just running over. I think that would just actually hurt the franchise in the long run. It really, I don't
they
think
ain't even put Minecraft exclusive to Xbox. So
they gotta, imagine that. If they didn't do that, they're not doing that to Call of Duty. So there's actually really nothing to worry about when it comes to that IP. You know what I mean?
We in the days and times where motherfuckers is trying to get their multiplayer games on as many platforms as possible.
Yeah, PlayStation putting their games on PC, putting shit on PC. They even put their single player shit on PC. Exactly. What makes you think all of a sudden Call of Duty is gonna be exclusive to Xbox? It's not happening. It's never gonna be a thing. I always thought the selling point, J-Main, was all right, it's gonna be available on PC. But if you want that, if you want it on Xbox, come on Xbox, get Game Pass. You can play every new Call of Duty. Yeah. I always thought that was their angle. It seemed like the logical angle, right?
Mm-hmm. And maybe like some exclusive fucking DLC shit. Like, I think even PlayStation right now has exclusive Call of Duty content. So like, it would probably just switch over to Xbox. Like, that's the type of stuff they would do.
Yeah, and on perfect. We're about to get into this too. We got a super chat donation from J-Main. Help me pronounce this. This is Lembone. That's what you mean?
Yeah, that's how I would say it.
Lembone YT. Shout out to you with the $10 super chat donation. He says, I don't know if y'all talking about Spider-Man 2, and we're about to. Perfect time in. But this output by Insomniac is nuts. Surprised I ain't seen the anti-crunch crowd out in full force. Crunch exists everywhere. It is what it is. Them boys working. Hey. Honestly, I will say that PlayStation spending what I think it was $400 million on Insomniac was probably
229.
Was it two? It was less.
229 million.
200 million for these guys was a steal, because the amount of money that they're bringing in, PlayStation it got to be past that. Spider-Man selling over 20 million copies.
30 million.
Yeah, across Miles Morales and
Spider-Man. Yeah,
and Spider-Man selling over 30 million copies. They're about to pump out Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Clank. They're going crazy.
Yeah,
They're
that's
going
crazy.
crazy.
Because if you think about it, like, even if I know it's like the prices range, but even if you average out those Spider-Man copies to be 10, like fucking $10 a copy, that's like 300. Was that 300 million or some shit like that? Like, it's
Yeah.
bananas.
Yeah. They're definitely getting they're definitely get their money worth out of Insomniac. And we recently got some Spider-Man news. Nothing too crazy, but we got a release window, J-Main. They came out and
Yeah,
said that Spider-Man's coming out when? Fall 2023?
all of 2023. Because
There we
so
go.
when they first revealed the game, it always said 2023. But that was what, back in 2020, I think it was. Yeah, one of the showcases in no, was it 2020 or 2021? 2021, I think it was. But the it's been quiet. It's been quiet ever since then. And people was like, listen, 2023 is right around the corner, and we ain't seen shit since then. So there was some speculation and rumors going around, and they came out today and confirmed that it's coming out fall of 2023. So I could believe that, especially with the output that they've been putting out. And I'm not sure. I hope it come out this year. I'm ready for that shit.
I think it will. I don't think they'll come out and say this if it's gonna get delayed. And I think they've been pretty good with Insomniac's been pretty good without actually delaying games. They're just announcing at the right time that's gonna come out. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man 2018 didn't get delayed. I'm pretty sure that came out right on schedule. Right, Miles Morales came out right on schedule. I think these guys are just some efficient developers. J-Main, Spider-Man.
Yes.
I've said this as well. They got to do something different with this game. We're not just going to be swinging around. Well, we're Spider-Man, so we're going to be swinging around. But it just can't be the same activities in terms of, a bank robbery coming in here, come beat them up. And I do expect that to a certain extent, but I'm just saying there got to be something new. Now you're putting the 2 on this. It's next gen only, which has been confirmed a lot. There was a lot of speculation saying that this game might release on the PS4. Goddamn, but it turns out, this is gonna be a PS5 exclusive, unless Jim Ryan say otherwise and come out with another blog post and say some shit.
Yo, if he do, I'm signing every petition that's out there that says get rid of that motherfucker. I'm on board.
But as of right now,
not touch a motherfucking PS5. I swear to God.
It is a PS5 exclusive, and I need a new angle to its gameplay. I need something new, a new gimmick, a new catch, whether it's going to be playing as 2 Spider-Mans at once, simultaneously switch, whether you're going to be playing as Venom in certain parts. I'm going to need something new to bring that freshness.
That, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need to be able to switch on the, like, maybe even switch on the fly like a GTA type shit.
I'm going to need new burrows, J-Main.
Ooh.
Not the same map that we've been playing for. This is going to be the 3rd game, so they got to do something new, J-Main, with this one. Or I can see, I know the game is going to obviously sell well, right? But I can see the critical reception dropping if it's just a repeat of Spider-Man Remastered. I could see the critical, because we've seen even Miles Morales is a great game. They added a few new features, but you see, when it comes to the critical reception, it was kind of lukewarm. And granted, it is a bigger expansion, but this is the new game. You got to do something new in here. Obviously, we know the story is going to be tough, but the gameplay loop, you gotta draw us in with something new. And I'm waiting to see what that new is.
I'm gonna give it like give an analogy, and it's not to be taken directly, but in terms of impact is what I want people to understand. Like the impact of when they went from Arkham Asylum to Arkham City.
That was big.
That was a big impact in terms of a superhero game.
A sequel too.
This has to have that same style of impact. I know it's already open world, so I'm not trying to say directly compare that, but this has to feel like, oh shit, like this is some new type of shit for a superhero game. Like that's the type of impact it has to have.
Yeah, I need that type of energy.
Both characters, like they need to open the shit up. Like let's go. We got the power. PS5, let's go. Like revamp the whole side mission, side activity shit, all that. Gut it out and do that shit over, because that was my biggest like negative of the Spider-Man games. The shit, it wasn't fun to do those side activities and the side missions. The main missions I really enjoyed, but the side stuff was kind of whack. and then they need to be more innovative with the two characters during the main missions. I don't want this game to be co-op. I don't want that.
I don't think I want that either. If they want to do a separate mode later down the line, which is fine with me, but the initial main story, I do agree with you. I think it needs to be a single player experience, but they gotta definitely incorporate at least moments in the game where you could switch on the fly or something.
Yeah.
But then again, when we think about it, if it's switch on the fly, does that mean that Miles and Peter have to be together the entire experience? I don't know how that would work.
So I think what they're going to do is going to be certain missions where it's probably just Peter, certain missions where it's probably just Miles, and maybe certain missions where they're together. Both. And in those missions, I think you should have the ability to switch on the fly between the two. Because that should be lit.
How about the gameplay and the way the game plays? Do you think they should continue with this free flow combat system that they have, or you think they should just say fuck it, we're doing something different completely? I'm kind of leaning towards the different, to be honest.
Nah, not me.
Because Jay, man, the gameplay like it's even on like you're playing this like I played Spider-Man multiple times on my Jack Move account, on my regular account, on the PS4. I played this shit multiple times. I beat the game at least 3 or 4 times. Real talk, on God, and I beat Miles Morales twice. Just the way the game plays, it's fun, but it's kind of like it's like simplistic, which is cool too. But I think I want to see a different level of depth to the gameplay mechanics. I think maybe that's what it's. It doesn't maybe nothing something so drastic, but something that notice like okay, I gotta kind of relearn a little bit. I give me something to relearn because I don't know how you feel about playing Spider-Man 2 and you're already being a master at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I felt about God of War Ragnarok. Like, I was already...
Like, you picking up the game, you're already a master at it.
I already know what I'm doing here.
Bro, because the game is...
like, okay, I want
played this shit
different.
on ultimate difficulty, bro. Like, all you do is launch enemies, jump in the air with them, yank everybody up. You know what I mean? Like, they got to do something a little bit different to make the combat a little bit more engaging, in my personal opinion. And maybe switching characters on the fly, be doing like tag team takedowns might be that answer. But I guess we just got to wait and see, bro.
I do want them to do more with the stealth system too. I feel like the stealth mechanics or the stealth combat was weak. Especially, I know like Spider-Man could be considered a stealth hero. I know Batman is more of a stealth guy, but Spider-Man definitely, he's a spider. So, crawling on walls, coming at enemies from, obtuse angles and shit like that. That's him. So I think they could do a better job with stuff like that. I don't know if my expectations are going to be too high on them, like completely revamping it.
Redoing it.
But I do want them to do more with it. Absolutely. I don't want that shit to feel absolutely.
But Jamie, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Well, you know what I think is going to be a thing, which I found extremely annoying in the Spider-Man games, and this is a must. Even if they're doing the same map, Jamie, okay, you got to give us dynamic weather, dynamic day and night. Remember for Spider-Man Remastered, that certain missions, you kind of did this fast forward thing and it skipped to the time of day. I don't want to see none of that in this shit. The time of day got to be dynamic. And the weather got to be... I think that's like even cool new additions right there. That would be some fly shit.
I agree.
Can you imagine? That would be fly shit. Like it start raining out of no more, pouring thunderstorm. Like do some fly shit like that, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
We got the power for it, man. They can do shit.
I want. Look, we gotta set our expectations high. I already know the story gonna be lit. They got Venom in this. They got Kraven the Hunter. We already know the story gonna be lit, but y'all gotta do something different with the gameplay and shit, bro. Like we gotta see something different with the world, the gameplay, maybe different worlds, something, bro.
See the Burrow thing.
Why you have a problem with that? Let's hear that.
I want it to be more Burrows. I just don't want the fucking Burrows to be more for the sake of being more. I don't want them to be shallow.
Just bigger, bigger for no reason.
Yeah, like Manhattan, of course, like that's the main shit. That's gonna be there. That's gonna be probably in depth. I just don't want them to just add Queens, Bronx, Brooklyn and shit like that, just to add
to be bigger.
Yeah, like
how about the game took place? You know what? How about they're like, fuck it, we're just gonna make instead of making it Manhattan, we're gonna make it just somewhere a different, more completely new map. I think that's at least that makes you feel a little bit newer. You know what I mean? Like
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Right? Maybe this game takes place in the Bronx.
Nah, Bronx would be too small. It would have to be like Brooklyn or Queens or some shit like that.
Yeah, maybe something different.
Yeah.
Something different.
I wouldn't be mad at that. But listen,
we gotta wait and see. It's coming out next year, so we should see gameplay soon. At least in the next. I imagine. Okay, January, February, March, April, around there. We're definitely gonna get a state of play where we're seeing Spider-Man. And what I'm leaning towards it. April, March. We're definitely gonna see a state of play, seeing Spider-Man, because at that point, it's rollout time, right? We gotta start. It's a big game. We got to start promoting the game, telling out there. I don't think they're going to start promoting it like very last minute like that. I think they're going to get it right in front of it because it's going to be a big release,
Yeah. I'm just hoping this, them hiding their cards for this long is just them working on shit that's going to blow us away. That's
Yeah. I just want to I have high expectations. I definitely do have high expectations. I'm hoping they go crazy with it. We got a super chat donation from King Kosu. He says, while we're on Spider-Man, any quick thoughts on Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse trailer? I haven't seen it, actually. J-Wayne, you seen it?
Oh, you didn't see it yet?
I haven't watched it yet.
I watched it.
Looking dope?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely looking great. Actually, they had some like Easter eggs in there for the Spider-Man games. Some certain characters you can see in the background. This shit, like the whole Across the Spider-Verse, dog, I probably saw at least 100 different Spider-Mans in that trailer.
That's crazy then.
This shit gonna be vast. So I'm definitely excited to see him hopping from different like multiverses and shit from different Spider-Mans. And then you got the main Spider-Man villain. I think he's perceived to be the villain. It's the Spider-Man 2099, I think it is.
He's a villain of this?
Yeah, he seems like he's like.
What's his name again? What's his name? That Spider-Man 2099, the future one. Is it Miguel or some shit?
Yeah, Miguel O'Hara. So I think he's like the villain, like I said. So I don't know. He might just be somebody that's
maybe
has a reason for what he's doing.
Maybe bait and switch though. Maybe it's presented that way, but somebody else, right?
Right. That's what I think is.
But then again, I haven't seen the trailer yet, so I can't even like make a. I have to watch the trailer just now. I'm gonna watch after.
Nah, but he look like he fucking shit up. That's all I know. Like if they gonna be fighting him throughout the movie, he gonna be tearing shit up. He on point. Yeah, so no, it looks good though. I can't wait for it. And that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. And real quick, God of War TV's coming out on Amazon. Damn, I hear Death Stranding got a TV show. I got everything got a TV show.
I'm nervous as fuck about this God of War TV
show. I don't know if like The Last of Us could translate well. I don't know if this one can, bro.
Because God of War gonna need a lot of CGI. It's gonna need a lot of who's gonna fucking play Kratos? Like I don't even know. I don't know. I don't have high hopes for this one. Corey Barlog is involved. And did you read the synopsis?
No, what?
Not the synopsis. I guess the description. It actually starts in Norse mythology. This is not going back to Greek mythology at all. So take what you want with that.
All right, and real quick before we get out of here, The Last of Us Part 3 is rumored to be in production at Naughty Dog.
I'm here for it. Give it to me. Give it to me.
I'm gonna end the podcast. We'll talk about it next time. We'll talk about it.
Don't worry, Naughty Dog is supposed to be working on a new IP too.
I'm hoping to see that one.
I need that Last of Us. I actually want to see the new IP first.
I want to see the new one first, bro.
But I need Last of Us Part 3. We got to finish that. We got to finish that saga.
Yeah, I hope that's the last game, to be honest, and just keep it a wrap.
It should be.
It should be the last one. In
it should be the last one because Ellie and Abby gonna work together in this one. So
holy. I wonder if she's gonna be Diesel in this one too, because she was looking kind of scrawny by the end of this.
Yeah, she can't be. Actually, this is a perfect time for them to retcon the whole Diesel shit. Like, she lost mad weight at the end of 2. Like it's over for that Diesel shit.
Shout out to Abby. All right, yo, we've been here for a while. We had a lot to talk about, man. We missed the week because of the Game Awards.
Show.
Great show, great conversations as always with J-Man. We gave y'all a double show today. We usually go going for an hour and a half tops, but we gave y'all old school PSP classic type of show.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the description, and go ahead and follow Jay Main's channel as well if you have not followed him. Why aren't you out following him, bro? I think starting from the next episode, I ain't playing with y'all starting next year. I think the chat is going to be subscriber mode only. That's how I'm feeling, J-Man. That's how I'm feeling. Subscriber mode only. I need to know everybody in the chat commenting is straight subscribers. I think I'm going to do that starting next year. That's a fact. That's a fact. Nah, why, yo? Support the homies. Just hit the subscribe button and and hit the like button. I think starting from next year. Yeah, I'm good with just the people that just a sub to me, bro. I'm good with just talking to them. Yeah, next podcast, subscriber mode only, bro. That's how it's gonna be moving.
And you're gonna subscribe if you like the content, so fuck it. Might as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you want to comment, it's because you like it. You know, even
if you
like it. You want to chat. You want to talk.
Yeah, nah,
if you
bro.
Disagree. Hit that subscribe button, man. Fuck with your boys.
And I'm gonna make it a 5-minute wait so they don't just subscribe and unsubscribe to the comment.
Yeah. How to work around the fuck boys.
Yo, we out of here, man. Yo, everybody have a great night, man. Peace.